On Friday, March 21st, 2025. A lot to do today. Got some guests lined up. You ain't going to be bored here. I got one thing to say to you, friend.
Talk to me, big fella.
I don't like spiders and snakes.
Oh, no, I'm looking good, fam.
Somebody's in last place.
I ain't worried about that. I'm in last place?
Last place, E.
No, you better tally that up better, bro.
I see Dan at 14-2. I see Jeff at 14-2. And I see E bringing up the rear at 13-3.
Oh, no, I ain't worried about that.
And I see Purdue sweating it out with High Point.
Yeah, they did. Got it close, man.
That's not a good harbinger, my friend.
Oh, man, we're going to be all right.
It's not a good harbinger, day one. Purdue is E's Final Four kind of interesting selection.
Boiler up.
But this weekend's big. Jeff has Gonzaga beating Houston. We need Houston to beat Gonzaga. I got them in the Final Four. You have Purdue, though, right?
I got Purdue.
So you wouldn't mind if the Zags win because they're less seeded or higher
That's correct.
Seeded, or however you want to do it. But, first round wasn't great, was it?
It was interesting.
Was it there wasn't any,
Oh, yeah, it wasn't none of that.
We need that. That's what March Madness is all about, baby. I guess McNeese beating Clemson, then hanging on. They were killing them. The Arkansas-Kansas game was pretty good and surprising to me. And that was the one game, not a great day for the SEC, I don't think. Missouri lost. Georgia's lost. Texas has lost. So, everybody talks about, let's settle down a little bit. Top half's going to have to carry him. Tennessee was a winner. So, Auburn was a winner, but, pretty much expected. But, yeah, you want to get through this first weekend. You get through this first weekend, suddenly you're in the 16. We lost 16 teams yesterday. We went from 64 to 48. Today we go to 32. And we go to 24 on Saturday and 16 on Sunday. Boom, off and running. Got to get through the first weekend. But good win for Arkansas. That's a nice win beating Kansas. McNeese is kind of the neat story, although they got that Will Wade as their coach who's leaving. Will Wade was what Will Wade was? Will Wade was an outlaw just at the end of the outlaw era. Now you can be an outlaw all you want. There are no rules. So he's getting back in. He'll be going off to NC State. Missouri lost as well. Drake beat them. Auburn a winner by 20. Houston a winner by 38. St. John's a winner by 30. Tennessee beat Wofford in the Charlton K. Gainey Bowl by 15. Whiskey beat Montana by 19. Texas Tech by 10. Purdue by 12. Pesky High Point.
Double digits.
Oh, you need Purdue to beat McNeese. That's your big one. That's you and Pross against each other.
I think they're going to pull that out.
Mm-hmm. Texas A&M beat Yale by 9. Couldn't shake them. Michigan beats UC San Diego by 3. BYU beat VCU. I need BYU to win another game. UCLA beat Utah State. And Creighton beat Louisville. ACC not good, by the way. Clemson and Louisville.
Louisville.
Yeah. Out. So, anyway, we'll see. It'll be, we're off and running. But, yeah, I need, where are the buzzer beaters, E? Where are the buzzer beaters?
Where's the madness?
I'm a little disappointed in you this morning, though. You missed an opportunity.
Yeah, well,
you missed an opportunity.
By the time I came downstairs, I'm like, man, it's too cold. I'm not going back upstairs to put on the Bronny jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, he missed an opportunity today.
I knew what you was talking about.
Yeah, you got me. Yeah, he did. Bronny had 17 last night. Game of his life.
Bronny looked like an NBA player last night.
Bronny did it. We're celebrating Bronny today. He's got the Bronny SC jersey.
It's too cold, man. I'm I'm not going back upstairs.
That's fair. That's fair. But if not now, when?
He'll do it again.
He'll do it again?
Playoff Bronny.
You think so? Playoff Bronny.
Playoff Bronny.
Oh, my goodness. This dude this dude is making the rounds, and I get it. He's great. I like watching him every time. I didn't see him last night, but I see a clip that he was on. The mentalist guy. You know what I'm talking about? Oz, the mentalist.
I know of him.
He's the one who goes into those NFL training camps.
Yeah, and
wows
the guys out.
Jeff says it's all staged, but I don't believe it is. I don't know how he does it. I don't know the tricks to the trade, but it's incredible. And he was on last night with Charles, Chuck, and Kenny, who, of course, know nothing about college basketball, but go on. And Charles screams for Auburn, and Kenny screams for Carolina, and et cetera, et cetera. So, pretty funny stuff. But, yeah, he was on last night. I'll watch it. I'll watch it again. I'll take a look at it, and I'll go, dang, how does he do that, man? How does he do that? I have no idea. No idea. Lots to get into the National Football League. I read an article, and I'll share it with you as the experts debate free agency. Now, look, I don't know that you really want to be the team that everybody thinks improved most, because that means you spend a lot of money for guys that other teams let go. You know, we've always talked about here how free agency is fool's gold. However, try to take a few things away. And they asked the experts, guys like Jeremy Fowler and Aaron Schatz and Ben Solak, Tannenbaum, Field Yates, those guys. All right, so let's take a little look at some of the questions here. Which team has taken a step backward? A lot of people all agree on the San Francisco 49ers. With quarterback Brock Purdy set to cash in on a new deal. Kyle Shanahan's team had to move on from core players. Debo, Dre Greenlaw, Huffnagel, etc. The LA Chargers took a hit. Christian Fulton, Poona Ford, Joshua Palmer. Buffalo Bills. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, man. They added
didn't have anybody and they still balled.
He's saying they didn't get what they needed to get. Well,
did that last season.
Yeah, they did pretty well.
The quarterback won the league MVP.
Mm-hmm. What about the Seahawks? Downgraded quarterback, DK Metcalf gone, Tyler Lockett gone. I don't know. Is Sam Darnold a downgrade from Geno?
I won't say that's a downgrade.
We'll see. They did get DeMarcus Lawrence.
Cooper Kupp.
And Cooper Kupp. The Dallas Cowboys. They lost quality players. Jordan Lewis, shout out. DeMarcus Lawrence, Rico Dowdle, Zach Martin. That's true. Cowboys' most fundamental mistake, though, not signing Micah Parsons sooner. Now the defensive end market has been reset by $6 million more per year. That's one thing, you know. We talked the other day about how Jerry Jones has bamboozled Cowboy fans. That's one thing he does, too. He waits, doesn't he? He always waits.
Every time.
Price goes up, ends up spending, you know, CeeDee Lamb's a real good receiver, right?
Yes.
Elite. Is he better than the other ones, though? The other elite ones? Or is he the same?
Yeah,
or is he worse?
I'd say he's equivalent to
Do
at
you?
least. Yeah.
Is he equivalent to JJ and Jamar Chase? And those guys?
He's up there. He's up there.
I don't know, man.
I won't say he's better, but he's up there.
You say he's at least on the same level?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure that he is. But Receivers have a great year and then they don't. I guess it's kind of like, anyway. Most improved team after free agency. A lot of them are in agreement. The Chicago Bears, which is interesting because I've talked many times about how the Bears and the Jags are going to be two very comparable teams, right? Because of the coach, because of the way they're both going in, the way they're set up, young quarterbacks, etc. Needing help on offensive line. They went hardcore on O-line. They signed Drew Dahlman from Atlanta. They traded for veteran guards Joe Tooney and Jonah Jackson. They brought in Grady Jarrett on the D-line. Big moves for Ben Johnson, their new head coach. And the Bears are the pick. So one guy says the Vikings. I mean, I don't know. You lose Darnold, you're going with a rookie. We'll see. The Patriots signed a lot of guys. Now, how good these guys are and how they overspent will be determined. And is it enough? Probably not. They went and got Garrett Bradbury from Minnesota. They got Carlton Davis at corner. They got Robert Spillane, a linebacker. They got Morgan Moses on the O-line. They got Harold Landry, right? So they got a lot of guys. Washington Commanders, Laramie Tunsil, Debo Samuel. Good moves to help out Jaden Daniels. But here's where it gets interesting. We'll skip ahead to this part. Biggest head-scratcher signing of free agency. First two. Ready? Biggest head-scratcher signing of free agency. The Jaguars signing safety Eric Murray. He can play in split field coverages, and Murray has the demeanor to operate near the line of scrimmage. Plus, he can contribute to all four core special teams units. But with only 3 interceptions in 124 games, the Jags overpaid for a 31-year-old on a 3-year, $22.5 million deal. Second one, Jags signing center Robert Hainsey. No other team was paying him $21 million over 3 years. He wasn't a starter last season. He has familiarity with Coach Liam Cohen, and you want to see quality veterans get paid, but the Jags probably could have gotten him for less. Oof. First two, we got the head scratchers. We get the Jags.
Mm-hmm.
The first two. And then, by the way, 2 other guys say the Jags signing Murray. So perhaps first-year general manager James Gladstone and Cohen value Murray's intangibles and versatility more than his ability to make plays on the ball. Ooh, dear. Is that a little shot? I don't know. The Jags signing Murray, very solid for the Texans last year. Will help remake the Jags secondary, but it's surprising Jacksonville filled 2 secondary gaps with players who will be 30 or older when the season begins. Jordan Lewis being the other. A lower tier value like this isn't crippling, but I thought Jacksonville might lean younger under new leadership. Huh? The head scratchers. We don't get mentioned at all. Best overall move. Rams signing Devontae Adams. Bucks signing Hassan Reddick. Vikings signing Jonathan Allen. Chargers signing Najee Harris. Bills signing Joey Bosa. Ravens re-signing Ronnie Stanley. Patriots signing Milton Williams. Lions signing DJ Reed. Raiders trading for quarterback Geno Smith. Best moves we don't get. Head scratcher we get 4 times. Son of a bee sting. With this Jag Talk, I'll introduce our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of your Jacksonville Jaguars, the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators. Right now, take advantage of an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down the rate and get in the game, and there are 15 different locations in Jacksonville.
15 of them things?
15. You heard me right, E. Visit DreamFindersHomes.com for sales event information. Get in the game, man. Especially you first-time homeowners. Think you can't afford a house? Think again. It's time. It's go time. I just threw this out there. I was just curious to take the temperature of the fan base. What Jaggy is the best candidate to be traded before the season? If any. Maybe none of them will. But which of these 4 do you think could be traded? All right?
Okay.
Here are your 4 choices. Travis Etienne, Walker Little, Trayvon Walker, or Devin Lloyd.
Ooh.
Any of these guys going to get traded? Maybe none of them are going to get traded.
Yeah, but there's one that sticks out to me.
And who's that?
Travis Etienne.
Travis Etienne. That's what everybody thinks. I wonder why. Why is that?
I don't know, but I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
And then this Trayvon Walker stuff started to come across my timeline as of late as well.
A lot of percolating on Trayvon. Don't believe any of it.
Me neither.
Doesn't make sense at all. I think somebody says Jags are listening to offers and everybody picks it up and runs with it. Jags, yeah, if you call and tell me you're going to, hey, listen, are you guys interested in giving me Trayvon Walker, or what do you want to give me? Well, I'll give you, 5 first-round picks. Okay, then I'll trade him. But they're not trading Trayvon Walker. Why would you trade a young ascending player? That's dumb. Well, Travis Etienne, there's a question, have we seen his best? So 61% think it's Travis Etienne. 24% think Devin Lloyd. Walker Little, 8.3, 6.7 on Trayvon Walker, over 500 votes, 3 hours left. Social media, at Dan Hicken. It's the Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. Dreamfindershomes.com for all your homeowner information. We're just warming up here on the drill. We got a lot to do today. We got Denny in. We got a bunch of other guests as well. We're going to do it here all day long. All day long on 1010XL. I'm doing it till 10 o'clock. This is the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Day by day, play by play.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
The station that covers the Jaguars day in and day out. 1010XL, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Hey, Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's best, most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. Currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area, and he's the founder of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today and experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bow 9 Associates.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I am Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics, we have numerous ways to treat your arthritis, such as regenerative medicine, including PRP and joint replacements with CT guidance for accuracy down to the millimeter. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, call us for an appointment today, or log on to BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com. Josie for Hard Rock Betting, it's finally here. You've got your bracket. Now you've got to head to hardrock.bet and check out all the big games. This is it. March is all about underdogs, buzzer beaters, unforgettable moments. Hard Rock Bet keeps the action going with promos, boosts, and more all tournament long. Don't miss out. Be ready for tip-off. Download the Hard Rock app now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Anthony. When you've been charged with a crime, you don't have to face it alone. I'm here for you. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me. 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW in the 904.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. The coolest cats in town. and about your air. Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. The coolest cats in town. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Looking for adventure? Need a machine that works as hard as you do? CF Moto has you covered. At Ride Now Beach Boulevard, we've got CF Moto ATVs and UTVs built for any task, any trail, anytime. Tear up the dirt with the trail-tested C-Force ATV lineup or conquer through terrain with a Z-Force UTV. Find your CF Moto ride today at Ride Now Beach Boulevard or visit ridenowbeachboulevard.com. ATVs and UTVs are for riders 16 and older. They can be hazardous to operate. CF Moto recommends an improved safety training course.
Hi, Flying Jacko here, and when you're inside the Kuhn Flowers showroom, you'll find a wide array of gift ideas that'll take care of any gift-giving situation. Spend a few minutes there and you'll see for yourself. Kuhn Flowers on Beach Boulevard.
Here's Linda Beaver.
It's a new year with new goals, but let's face it, not all resolutions are easy to keep. Maybe you promised yourself you'd eat healthier, but pizza still seems like a better idea. Or you said you'd read more, but your favorite show just launched a new season. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, we can help you keep your New Year's resolution. We offer the biggest selection, best prices, and the easiest car buying experience. Let's make a resolution to visit Beaver Toyota or Beaver Chevrolet, where we'll wow you with a new ride for the new year.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. You dream it, we build it. On 1010XL.
All right, let's welcome in the good captain. Visit with him a little bit, see what the seas are going to be like, where the fish are biting. I'm going to tell you one thing, Captain.
Okay, what's that?
Man, I don't know how you guys do it in terms of the weather. Like, yesterday's a perfect example of Jacksonville unpredictability. So I get up in the morning, it's nice, do the radio show, go back outside at 10 o'clock. I mean, blue skies, beautiful, right? And I'm like, gosh, what a great day. I say, I'm going to go get in a little afternoon golf.
Oh.
So I say, okay, I'll go about, we go about 2:30.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great day.
I walk out there at 2:30, get to that golf course, man. It's all of a sudden British Open condition. I'm in Turnberry. I mean, the wind is blowing. I mean, where did this wind come from? So I'm like, and then, the clouds roll in. I got dark skies. It never did rain on us. I think it was raining in some spots in Jacksonville, but I don't know what. And then the temperature starts to drop. And then you get to last night and this morning, it's cold again. It's Jacksonville weather, man. I mean, but I'm just saying, when it comes to fishing, man, you get caught. It can change like quick, bang.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about this on the forecast show last night. February, we were having, I don't know if you remember, like 80-degree days, and water temperature was up above 72, 73, which is not good. I mean, it's getting too hot. And now, I mean, just look at talking to all the guys last night and stuff. It's still the water temperature is it's still mid 60s. It's cold, but this is the way it's supposed to be. I mean, and honestly, it's
right.
This is the weather that we're supposed to have this time of year, and it evens out because where that like December, January, February swing, you may have, I don't know, 5-7 days a month where it's really nice, but March you're gonna have some of these fronts come through But it just like I'm just telling you, it's going to be ucky today, and then Saturday and Sunday's going to be like gorgeous, like beautiful fishing weather, you know. So and it's good. It's the fishing is right on line where it needs to be. We've been catching a bunch of those big black drum, which they come down the coast this time of year, and like I said, that water temperature is still 65 degrees, 62, 65, which they like. And then the Spanish mackerel have showed up at the inlets. The bluefish have showed up at the inlets. It's a great time from now until really the end of May, and then you kind of get into your kingfish season then. But it's so good right now, Dan. It's fantastic.
Well, that's
fantastic.
Good. What is the best month of the year for fishing?
That's a great question. And that's but honestly, it's probably April. Because it's.
And by the way, you say that with the knowledge that fishing is down here is always probably pretty good, right? I mean, we don't shut down for 2 months ever.
Right, but look, you've been here forever.
Yeah.
Okay? You know the probably the number one. Fishery here is kingfishing. We have, I don't know, 5 or 6, tournaments a year.
Right.
And that's a June, July, August fishery, but when you're talking about, when you're asking me about what's the best fishing month, well, when I say April,
right,
a lot of that has to do with the weather because it's so spectacular. 78, 79 degrees, and I mean, you literally can still wear jeans and a long sleeve shirt, and the fishing's just fantastic. So, I would say April, May, but would be my favorite for sure.
And getting back to the forecasting,
yes,
this is a tougher time of the year, right? I mean, you get into the summertime and it's hot and humid with a chance of showers. Right? I mean, it's hot and humid, and the afternoon thunderstorms will roll in. Maybe.
There's no question that the majority of us, as in charter captains, and for the most part, anglers during the summertime, we all launch at 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. We go fishing until noon, 1 or 2 o'clock, and then you got to come home. And you don't mess around with those thunderstorms, especially when they're coming off the beach like that, and they're bad. I mean, I've been caught. Everybody's been caught, but I don't get caught anymore. I just like, look, if it's noon, 1 o'clock, and that's the best thing we have now are radars, and I'm talking about just on your phone.
Right, right.
We don't. You and I have talked about this. I don't have to sit around the table and listen to George Winterling,
right,
and try to figure out what I'm going to do tomorrow to go fishing.
Which we used to.
That's what we did. That's what we did.
Yeah, that's fair.
That was good. Hey, by the way, had a summer derby on last Saturday with Beach's dermatologist. And we actually talked about you, so it was, it was all interesting. And thank you for that.
They're the best. They
are the best.
They do a great job, and I appreciate them. And they've taken care of me for a long time. So, hey, before I let you go, did you win your players bet with Jeffrey?
I did not. He had Rory.
Oh, he had Rory. There.
Yeah. I got swept, but I did go to the 3-hole playoff. On Monday, which was a joke.
Oh, you went to it?
I did.
Tell me, because I wasn't out there, but it was howling, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. I had my brother, who's a member out there, and plays a lot out there, and obviously I've played out there numerous times. But man, I'm just telling you, when we got there, it was 8 o'clock, and I told my brother, I said, hell, it may be +3. Because that 17 and 18 were no joke. But Rory hit that little 9-iron right in the middle of the green.
Golly.
And that was it, man.
Yep.
I mean, that was and poor JJ.
Yeah.
Dude, he was. I mean, you could just.
Yeah, he did not hit a good shot. I mean, he was so good. He needed to win it Sunday, I guess. I mean, it just.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Rory stands up there on 16 and just stripes his tee shot. And I mean, it's like, and then JJ pushed his into the rough, and then he kind of chunked it out into the bunker. That bunker shot wasn't hard, and he still left that short.
That's what I was. I mean, again, look, we're trying to make this sound like it's easy, but
right.
I mean, a typical bunker shot. I mean, this is only a 25-yard shot. That's easy. I mean, you're right in the middle of the. He was toast.
Man, he was toast.
Man.
Yeah. By the way, I enjoyed your golf stories. I knew you were. I know Mike Nicolette. I remember Mike Nicolette. I knew you were a caddy for him. What I didn't remember was about your mom and Dean Beeman. That was a good touch. I didn't know that part, so that was cool.
Yeah. I've got some really great.
So you boys been around golf a long time. You and your brother too, obviously. So he's big time.
Yeah. My brother's been into it for the past 15 years, way more than I have. But I got some great pictures with President Gerald Ford, and it was when Mark Hayes won with +1.
Yeah. Mark Hayes with the hat.
That's right, with the hat. I mean, think about that. Think about +1.
Golly, that's crazy.
That golf course was brutal.
Yes.
In March, but I've just had some, with the whole. The understanding of the golf awareness of here. The other cool thing that I did that most people don't know is I built Plantation golf course from the first blade of grass till the last blade of grass in.
Oh, very cool.
That was a cool job. It was bust-ass. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be able to, that was Arnold Palmer, Ed C.
Ed C.
And,
good dude. Yeah.
Great dude. And that was a fun part of it too. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Enjoyed
really
that.
nice, man. Well, it's great catching up. Good stuff. Love the stories, and enjoy the fishing. And we'll be listening in tomorrow.
We'll be there, buddy.
Thanks.
You. Have
All
a great weekend.
That's the Captain Kevin Favor with the Fishing Report. We'll take a break. Keep it rolling right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. It's a Friday edition of The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Catch the draft and accelerate to the checkered flag. Hey. Sunday at Miami. NASCAR is tuned up by Maxie's Mechanics on 1010XL.
Trying to figure pricing at most AC companies is like listening to an auctioneer.
Who wants an AC tune-up? Do I hear $3.99? How about $2.99? No, let's drop it. $79? Do we have a deal? Going once, going twice? Sold!
Not at Duck Duck Air Conditioning. We make it easy. We're offering a free AC inspection. No gimmicks, no fine print, just a completely free checkup from our highly trained techs to make sure your AC is ready for summer. Call 904-862-6769 now to schedule. Duck Duck Air Conditioning, because free is better than bidding. Any required repairs are not included in the inspection.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money experience. You betcha. Expertise, absolutely knowledge, second to none. That's Chris Bryan and Jeff Hartman. That's Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. I appreciate the ITP Partners, man, where they will sit down with us each individually, listen to our goals, and form a strategy that will help us attain our goals. And it's a great time to get started. A great time to get in the game. What are you waiting for? It's never too late, by the way. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Chris at ITPPartners.com, or call 312-9751. 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. They're my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Do the Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Garber Auto Mall is home of the lifetime warranty. Every new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Ford comes with a lifetime warranty. At Garber Auto Mall, your purchase is covered for life. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Jacksonville, get ready to spice up your night at One Night Taco Stand. Every Taco Tuesday, enjoy their mouth-watering tacos for just $2.99 and get your weekend started with 2-for-1 house margaritas. Find fresh Mexican street food, stiff drinks, and fun vibes at One Night Taco Stand with 3 Jacksonville locations in Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
Tired of a plain and boring backyard? Stonecore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop choice to beautify your home. With pavers, stonework, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, pergolas, and driveways. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performancepainting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. It's Blue, and I couldn't see everyone else here at the station lose weight while I'm on the sidelines wishing mine away. I jumped on Awaken 182, and I mean weight loss every week, eating to lose weight, and then receive full support for life. What's not to like? Now, I didn't drop the double digits like Hacker did in week 1, but I'm down 4 pounds. I'll take that any day. The best part, Awaken 180 was actually easier than I expected. I'm not sure what I thought beforehand, but after just day 1, I was already in a groove. Wasn't hungry, more energy, and my coach Patrick is awesome. Gave me a couple of tips since I do sleep in and, of course, stay up late. And I'm off. I'm cruising through week 2 and loving it. You've heard all about Choose Awaken 180, all of us having success with Awaken 180. What do you have to lose? Only weight. Everything else to gain with the solution for weight loss. Reserve your March consultation today at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800.
If your high school student is a high performer, they could be 1010XL Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
And the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Wednesdays on The Franchi Show.
On 1010XL.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
The Jacksonville Icemen have punched their ticket to the Kelly Cup playoffs in April. But first, the Icemen have some regular season business to take care of as they host the South Carolina Stingrays this Saturday for a possible playoff preview. Saturday is Hockey for Everyone night at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Puck drops at 7. Get tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIceman.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #Frozen Frenzy.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about not looking at the rear-view mirror of unforgiveness. It's so easy to keep looking in the past when someone has hurt or offended us. What we don't realize that if we keep looking at the rear-view mirror of anger, it will cause us to miss out on the good things that God has in store right in front of us. Friends, looking in the rear-view mirror of the past will never give you peace in the present.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
Hey, this is David with Royal Pest Services. The fact that we've been bundled up the past month gave us an idea. Let's bundle up also with our Centricon and Pest Control Bundle, starting at $349. Visit RoyalPestServices.com for your free inspection.
Have you tried golfing at the improved Cimarron Golf Club? If you haven't, tell you what, you're missing out on the best deal in Jacksonville. Now, many of you have received a postcard in the mail, and of course, if you bring that with you, $45 plus tax to play. That includes a cart, lunch, and a beer at the brand new Stone Barrel Tap House. Now, go to the website, that is CimarronGolfClub.com, and sign up for the Wild One Loyalty Program. That's the Wild One Loyalty Program, and get all of these specials emailed to you from Cimarron.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back. 6:45, we're rocking and rolling right here on the drill. Friday, March Madness. Gators go today. Go Gator. 6:50 tonight. It's something weird. It's just in my mind. And there's probably no truth to this at all, okay? Probably no truth to this at all. But in my mind, when you're a national champion candidate like Florida and you're playing the first game, it's not a question of if Florida's going to win. They're going to win. I tend to look at, and this is probably stupid, okay? I'm just telling you this, but this sticks in my head through the years. If you're a 1 playing a 16 or a 2 playing a 15 or whatever, in the first round, I look at the results in terms of how much did you win by. And I don't know why, but in my mind, if you struggle at all and you're like a favorite to win it, then I don't think you're going to win it after that. You know what I'm saying? It just sticks in my head that way. Like, in other words, Houston dominated their first round opponent. It doesn't mean St. John's dominated their first round opponent.
Yes, sir.
Tennessee didn't dominate. So I kind of look at it and I go, okay, well, who's playing? Who's playing? Like, so my point is, I want Florida to go out there and run these fellas out of the gym.
Dog walk them.
Yeah, just send a little message, and then we'll be back on Sunday. We're gonna just play a first half where we're gonna be up by 22, and then we're gonna add to it the first 10 minutes of the second half, and then we're gonna cruise it home. That's what we're gonna do. I don't know why, and I'm sure that's not true at all, but for some reason, in my mind, it just tells me, okay, this team's playing good. And it probably means nothing. But that's how I look at it. I was looking at, and we'll see. Gators go today, and Duke goes today. Cooper Flagg will play today. Why, I don't know. I don't think they need him. I know they don't need him. They won the ACC tournament without him. I didn't think it was a great day for the SEC or the ACC yesterday. I thought the SEC, we lost Texas, Missouri, Georgia, all lost. Arkansas had a nice win. Auburn had a nice win. Tennessee had a nice win. You have 14 teams in there. So, yeah, we shall see. And then Clemson and Louisville, bad loss. That's the cream of the crop. That Mick Cronin is a cantankerous son of a gun out there at UCLA. Every time I hear from Mick Cronin, it's something. It's not necessarily controversial, but he said, it's like a condescending or something like that. So UCLA beat Utah State, and I was driving in. I didn't watch any of the UCLA Utah State game. They won comfortably, and Mick, the guy's reading, goes, Coach Mick Cronin says you got to have belief if to advance. That's the key. And he goes, you got to believe in yourselves. It doesn't, that little number that they assign to you, that little number's put to you by a bunch of guys who never played basketball. It just gets all over the committee.
Dang.
Yeah. I don't know. Just, he's an angry elf is what he is. Looking at this breakout player for every top 25 college football team. And, if you look at the way too early top 25, you're going to find the Ohio State and Texas and Penn State and Notre Dame and Georgia. Those are the teams. But I want to see who they think Florida's guy's going to be, right? Who is Florida's breakout player? Let's see who they got here. Caleb Banks, who I already know. The Gators got a huge window in defensive tackle. Banks decided to return to school for one more season to anchor a front that improved dramatically. Banks had an impressive final 3 games, 6'6", 325-pound Banks, 7 TFLs, 3.5 sacks in 3 games, 21 tackles, 10 solo, will now be relied on to help set the tone up front for a team with growing expectations. As much excitement as there is surrounding DJ Lagway, there's also tremendous upside for the Florida defense heading into 2025. I'm telling you, the more you read about the Gators, the more if you believe everything you read, we're not talking about getting into the top 12. We're talking about winning the whole thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You talking spicy.
I'm not talking it. I'm just telling you that every time I talk, like the freshman receiver is Jeremiah Smith. We already know DJ Lagway is going to win the Heisman, even though he can't throw a football. The offensive front is, according to Lagway, going to be the best in the country, led by 4 returning starters. The running backs, that Jaden Ball kid is only going to grow. He was a freshman last year, tearing it up. They have a great running back room. Trey Webb is back, right? Jacoby Jackson is back. I mean, so they're loaded at running back. Besides the freshman receiver, they have other Eugene Wilson is back. The defensive backs are all fighting. Cormani McClain gained 25 pounds of muscle. He's unbelievable. So he's there. I just read about Caleb Banks. There's an edge rusher from who they got from Penn State, a 5-star who's unblockable. It's just like one thing after another, and you get the feeling. Now, again, I don't know.
Paper Tiger.
Well, maybe, and you might be right. We'll find out, but we won't find out in the first game because in the first game, the Mighty Gators take on Long Island.
Warm-up game.
Yeah, the Long Island team. And then they get South Florida at home. Then we're going to find out when they go LSU, Miami, Texas, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Then we're going to find out. And at LSU, at Miami, Texas at home, at Texas A&M. That's where DJ Lagway and the Florida offense and the Florida defense, and they that's where they have to win some games, man. Because even if you're a top 12 team, you got to win 3 of those 4, quite honestly. And then you got Mississippi State and Georgia and Kentucky and Ole Miss and Tennessee and FSU. So, again, same schedule as last year, just flip-flopped. So they will be a fascinating watch because, God forbid, they're sitting at 2-2 after 4 games with losses to LSU and Miami. They would not be in a good place. The fan base would not. Fan base for the first time in the offseason, we call it realistic hope. And when the season begins, it will become realistic expectations. Now, but they will turn on a dime on Billy Napier because of what he's accomplished so far, which is not near enough. So the Billy Napier offseason tour will be great. But, man, go to Baton Rouge and lose, go to Miami and lose, and, man, oh, man, Katie bar the door. It ain't going to be pretty. It ain't going to be pretty. And that first half is tough, and the second half is just as tough. You got to play Georgia, at Ole Miss, Tennessee. So somehow in this schedule, you got to go 9-3. You got to. And I'll be, 9-3 is doable. And if you listen to the hype, it's even more doable than you can imagine. So, spring ball going on right now, and we'll see. We'll see what Florida has. It'll be fun. LSU has a returning quarterback. Miami has Carson Beck. Texas has Arch Manning. I mean, Texas A&M has the kid who beat Florida last year. So those four teams have experience. While Carson Beck is new to Miami, he's not new to the college game. He's been around forever. Arch Manning's been waiting his turn. You can't sit there and go, he's, young. He's in his third year. So Nussmeier threw it all over the yard last year for LSU, and then they hit the portal hard there. It's a big year for LSU, too. Brian Kelly's shtick will only work for so long if you don't win, because he's sort of kind of an annoying guy.
Does he wear out his welcome?
Yeah, he'll wear it out if he goes 9-4. They don't play with that at LSU either.
Wow.
They don't mess around, man. They don't care. and then you want to talk about other ones? Watch what happens if Alabama goes 9-4 again. Woo! Woo! The feel-good stories are like South Carolina. They're all excited. They went 9-4 last year, and that's a celebration in South Carolina. And they got that young quarterback Sellers, and they like him. The shine will be off Texas A&M and Elko real quick because they started so good last year, but they ended 8-5. They'll take that shine off real quick. Missouri, they'll take 10-3. Oh, man, that's a heck of a year. Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin, 10-3. Super job. Enjoy it. Vanderbilt, 7-6. Woo! But I tell you what, Oklahoma, yeah. Venables, go 6-7 again. They'll run you right out of there. Auburn, Hugh Freeze, they don't care. 5-7, no way. So, and Mississippi State, 2-10. That won't be allowed again, especially when Ole Miss is 10-3. Won't allow it. All right, we got 7 o'clock hour coming up. We're hanging out here on a Friday, March Madness style.
The drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Hi, I'm Harry Carson. Hi, this is Coach Mark Rick on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnik's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnik. For 3 generations, Nimnik has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnikBuickGMC.com today to learn more, or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
It's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, have children, you want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney. I'm not. But have you done your last will? Something that's not, fun to do, but it's something you need to do. Why? Because you work hard for your assets. And you want to decide where your assets go. God forbid something happens to you. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He'll listen. He's going to help you with your decisions. He's going to provide you information needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. If you have questions, reach out. 527-1700. That's 904-527-1700. The offices are in Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, 2nd generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
You
can't go inside your home team's locker room, so Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline goes there for you.
Work on three, 1, 2, 3, Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010xl.com.
Brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and there's so many cool products that are on the line at Cycles of Jacksonville. Showroom is Atlantic and Regency, and we're talking, Greg, you've got from any level of price point, the experienced rider to the inexperienced on-road, off-road.
We've got it. We've got ATVs, we've got motorcycles, we've got scooters, we even have the new Honda boats. We've got something for everyone.
Don't forget about the boat line from Honda. It's all right there, waiting for you. Atlantic and Regency or Cycles of Jacksonville's Facebook page.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
The 2025 NFL season is right around the corner, and the Jags are building something special. A fresh team, a new culture, and a stadium that's going to change the game. Be there to witness head coach Liam Cohen and the rest of the coaching crew in action and secure your place in line for the stadium of the future with your 2025 season ticket membership. Visit Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We can't wait to see you at the bank this fall.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law. SportsForecaster.com has all the data you need to project tomorrow's winners. Register for free and track the performance of all your favorite players and teams, including all your fantasy team picks and prospects. Sports Forecaster has the most detailed player profiles on the web, precise depth charts, every transaction, every injury, every news update. No ranting or raving, no preening or barstool bluster. At SportsForecaster.com, you get the timely info you need for every game. SportsForecaster.com. Sign up for free today.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Clay Solar Installation Partners. The number 13 Florida baseball team posted its second run rule victory of the week after dominating Florida A&M by 10 runs Wednesday. Blake Sear went a perfect 3 for 3 with 1 homer and finished with a season-high 6 RBI. The Gators are coming off back-to-back midweek matchup victories after taking down JU by 12 runs Tuesday. Florida will look to extend its 2-game win streak tonight as they open a 3-game series against number 4 Georgia for the Gators' SEC home opener. They enter tonight's matchup as winners of 4 of their last 5 against the Bulldogs. Jacksonville native Aiden King is set to start on the mound with first pitch set for 6:30. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 45 degrees at 7 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
This is how we do.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the
You know it! Sweet Friday! I need a little emotion.
Okay.
Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho!
Oh!
Take it Friday!
Go Friday!
Friday, go Friday, go. Get down, Friday, get down, go Friday, go, go,
Hey.
go. Yeah.
You know who I heard Friday hooked up with?
Who?
That kid from McNeese State with the boombox.
Oh, that's a good combo.
She saw that NIL money.
Oh, he got big bags too. Racks on deck.
He's getting racks. Hey, you know what else?
What else?
One more time.
Run it in. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
It's just wrong. He's too young for her.
Hey! Oh, his wallet's not.
No, welcome back to the program. Sweet Friday. Little PFR today. Jeff on his way to Raleigh to watch the Gators. Or golfing. One or the other. I think he's golfing. But good to see. Yeah, this kid's like the star of the tournament so far.
Yeah, he is. Yep. Good for him, man.
Yeah, good. Amir Khan is his name. No relation, I don't think. Uncle Shad, it's me, Amir. Can I get a loan? He's the, what is he, the student manager?
Yeah.
For McNeese State. But he's made himself a star. They were interviewing him yesterday, and the kids were walking behind him, like, holding up his shirt and stuff. He's like...
He said, everywhere I go, I feel like I'm him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, big fella. Go ahead.
Enjoy it, baby. Run with it. Good for him. Sadly, you need them to end their run here this weekend. They got Purdue next, E.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's a big one right there for you.
Yeah, I need that luck to run out.
Amir,
go spend some of that cash. It's spring break, buddy.
You don't get that one, then you're going to miss points 2, 3, and 4. Now, you don't have them going to the finals or anything like that. You just have them to the Final Four. But that's 9 points that you lose. And if it's nip and tuck, it's going to come down, it always does, it's going to come down to some game, in week 3 where we're sitting there going, uh-oh, this is the one. This is the one that has to happen. So we'll see. But if you're scoring at home, 14-2 for yours truly, 14-2 for Jeff, 13-3 for E. That's pretty good picking, by the way. From the three of us. It's not fun to go 13-3 and be a point behind and thinking about putting on that baby diaper and walking down to the sip and go.
No, it's not.
I had a funny tweet yesterday from the Clay County Gator. Let me see if I can find it. He sent it to me. He was talking about the Jeff not wanting to spin the wheel anymore.
Uh-huh.
Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I can find it. He likened it to something that was good. Let's see. This isn't it. Where is it? I'll find it later. But anyway, he's basically likening it to being a silver spoon golfer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The Cadillacs.
Yeah. You saw it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. He says he's like riding in an Escalade and complaining about, So that's the bet. That's what's happened. We'll see how it goes. And we'll see how it plays out. But the loser spins the wheel. And right now it's E. He's the loser after one day.
Yeah.
One day. But today's another day.
It's a grind.
It's a grind, man. It's a marathon, not a sprint. All right, E, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Let's say you're an astronaut.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'm asking this to the Googans.
All right.
You're an astronaut.
All right.
All right. And they tell you, E, congratulations, you're going into space. Well, this is what astronauts live for. So you're like, yes, right? You're excited.
Right.
Okay. So you're going on the SpaceX space mission. You're going to be up there for 8 days, and you're coming back. Go up there, fix a couple things, do a couple experiments. I don't know what you do up there, but whatever it is you do, you're going up there, but you're going up there for a week.
Okay.
All right. Let's say it's next week. You've been training, and you're going up there, and All right. And so you get up there and a couple things go awry. And they say, we got a little problem with getting you back. You're hold tight. We'll get back to you. And then you stay up there. And, it's not like, the best of conditions. It's not the worst of conditions. Thank God there's enough food, I guess, and drink to sustain you, right?
Right.
So you're doing okay.
Okay.
But 1 week turns into 2 weeks. 2 weeks turns into a month. A month turns into 2 months. All right?
Right.
Now you're missing the summer. Like, okay, life goes on down here. Like, for example, in E's world, you'd miss summer with your son.
Oh, man. Okay.
All right. So, things go on, right?
Absolutely.
You can't do things with your family.
Can't vibe, right?
Yeah,
right.
There's all kinds of, your lady friend has left you months later.
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's now 3 months, 4 months, 5 months.
Yeah.
Ends up being 8 months, E. Here's my question. I've built this up to this question. How much should you get paid for your ordeal?
Somebody got to cut a check, man.
How much? Like what should it be? Like, do you just get, because Butch and Suni were up there for 9 months. It was supposed to be 8 days.
Man, that's about 6-7 figures, bro. That's about 6-7 figures, man.
That's 286 days in space, bro. By the way, when I pull you out of the capsule, you can't hardly stand because it's gravity, and you're like, whoa,
right.
Hey, whoa.
But that's about 6 to 7 figures, man.
Well, 6 and 7 is a big diff.
You're right.
So anyway,
untaxed.
Crew 9 back on Earth. Questions about how much money the NASA astronauts earn while on board the orbiting research station. All right. I need some answers. Do I get overtime?
Time and a half.
I got to get something out of this, right? This is the quote. When NASA astronauts are aboard the International Space Station, they receive regular 40-hour workweek salaries. They do not receive overtime or holiday weekend pay. Now, they're making $152,000, which is a nice living, but hell no. Somebody's got to pay me some more money. This ain't right. You told me 8 days, 9 months. What if I missed my daughter's wedding? What if I missed my... I got all kinds of things going on at home. They are also on long-term TDY, that's temporary duty, and receive the incidentals amount for each day they are in space. Incidental expenses for travel to any location is currently $5 per day. Well, whoop-de-freaking do. That's $1,430.
Yeah.
That ain't enough. That ain't enough.
That ain't it.
I just missed 286 days. I need some answers. This ain't going to fly with me.
Nah, fam.
Is that fair?
Fam.
Am I right?
You're right.
Somebody's got to give me some money.
Cut the check.
Put in more than 900 hours of research while at the research station. NASA comes out and says, we're thrilled to have them back home after their months-long mission. It wasn't supposed to be a months-long mission. Conducting vital science, technology demonstrations, and maintenance aboard the International Space Station. Somebody's got to write me a check. Elon, go get me some Doge money. Go get me some of that. Go get me some of that cash from all the 120-year-olds and collect Social Security. What's going on here? Oh, my goodness. I need to know who's getting paid what.
Yeah, I want to know what those numbers looking like.
That's at least overtime, right? We're talking 8 days to 9 months, E. I'm pulling you out of the capsule. You can't hardly stand up.
Legs jelly.
Hey, you look like hell. Your hair went gray while you were gone.
For sure.
You're skinny as a twig. You're a mess. Don't paint this as I was doing research up there for 9 months. You left me. Somebody's got to pay. There better be like a $500,000 bonus in my check, shouldn't
It
there?
has to be untaxed.
Come on, man. I'm not asking for. Listen, I'll be fair here. I'm not asking for like $5 million. I'm not going to get a lawyer, but somebody screwed up. I wasn't supposed to be up there for but 9 days. You got me at 286. I mean, overtime alone. Every hour should be overtime.
No, for real.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, what if they sent you, Ida? What if the radio station came to you and said, hey, we're going to cover a sporting event in Czechoslovakia.
Okay.
You're going for the long weekend, and all of a sudden, in Czechoslovakia, some war breaks out, and you're stuck over there for 9 months.
Oh, man.
You come back. What do you expect? You expect the radio station to pony up.
But I hear it's nice over there, but you brought in the aspect of a war. Take cover.
Oh, my gosh. I'm just saying, man. I just want a little. Somebody said, if the government can't make them whole, they need to submit their 2-week notice, get a book deal. That'll get them $1 million or $2 million.
Oh, yeah.
All
definitely.
right, that's fair. I like that idea.
There's always a book deal.
Always got a book deal.
Always.
Meanwhile, people pay hundreds of thousands just for a short trip to space. I guess it's perspective. Yeah, but it's a short trip. Short trip. Dan, you're sending E to meet a bunch of Czech girls, and you want him to pay extra too? Well, E will make the best of a bad situation. That's a fact.
You got to turn them lemons to lemonade, my boy.
I just saw that, and I was like, well, come on, man. What are we doing here? So I said, wait, you said you had a weight loss? Sign me up. Well, that's true. You're going to lose weight if you're up there for 9 months.
For sure, with that type of food.
That kind of food. But I don't think that's a healthy loss of weight. I don't think there's like a workout room in there for you.
I don't think so.
No. I think you're just kind of laying around all day. Can't be that healthy. Can't be that healthy. So, anyway, let's see what else we got going on. We told you our poll question, our Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day. We already repeated that. What Jag is the best candidate to be traded, if any, this offseason? I just gave you 4 names. And again, I don't, there's no knowledge here, just a couple things you hear, but just curious. And ETN is the runaway leader. And that doesn't mean you want to be traded. You think he's the best candidate to be traded. Look, Travis Etienne did not have a good year last year, so we need more from him. But you still have him at a good price, so I doubt that'll happen. Walker Little, Trayvon Walker, Devin Lloyd are your 4 choices. We talked about Jags free agency a little bit earlier in the show. It's been interesting in terms of the national guys chimed in, and not a lot of love. But again, I will continue to say this about this Jaguar group. Tony and the coach and the GM, they understand that if you're going to win and sustain winning, you got to do it through the draft. You got to do it through the draft. And if you're going to do it through the draft, you're not doing it through free agency. And what the Jags did in free agency is they have set themselves up for the draft in a good way because they're not pigeonholed into, I have to take an offensive this. I have to take a defensive back. They don't have to. They have players who can man the positions, which allows them to get what we hope and pray are dogs, difference makers, stars, top 100 guys that we just simply do not have and have not had for years and years around this place. And we desperately need those guys. I mean, if you think back to even to the 2017 Jags, right? And that defense. And listen, they're a bunch of crazy dudes, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Crazy dudes. But we did have our dogs, didn't we?
Oh, that team was loaded with dogs.
We did have our dogs, right? Yannick Ngakoue. Malik Jackson, underrated dog.
Dog, yeah.
Calais Campbell.
Big dog.
Big dog. Telvin Smith.
He was a
Miles Jack.
Dog.
Buzz Lusney.
Dog.
Ramsey.
Dog.
A.J. Boye.
Dog.
I mean, I'll tell you who else made plays that year, all year. And he wasn't, that year he was a good football player. Barry Church.
Yeah, dog.
He'd sneak up there, and he had TFLs all the time. Those guys were dogs, man. Offense, not a lot of dogs, but
the defense was so doggish.
Dante Fowler Jr.
Yeah, I mean he had some mud in him.
Yeah, crazy. Avery Jones wasn't. It was a good foot, but even I don't know. It was a heck of a defense that year. Heck of a defense. It's too bad they got off track because they should have been there for 3 or 4 or 5 years. At least the core of them. It wasn't meant to be. All right, we'll grab a break. We'll come back. We've got other stuff lined up throughout the day. Lots to do here on a PFR Friday right here on The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Catch the draft and accelerate to the checkered flag. Hey. Sunday at Miami. NASCAR is tuned up by Maxie's Mechanics on 1010XL.
Buying a diamond, wedding band, or piece of fashion jewelry in Jacksonville? You have 2 choices. You can go to locally owned Beard's Diamonds, or you can go to one of those mega national chain jewelry stores. The national chains are pretty much all the same. In fact, did you know that some of them are owned by the same conglomerate? Yes, the same Wall Street company owns all the big names. So if you're looking for extreme value with genuine personal attention, come experience the Beard's Diamond difference. At Beard's, our diamonds come straight from the source. We hand select each one for maximum brilliance. We don't have to apply corporate markups and tack on salespeople commissions, so we beat the chains on price every single day. Beard's has the strongest warranties, not gotcha clauses in fine print. Beard's has all the top designers, including Tacori and Viraggio. Beard's doesn't have out-of-state regional managers calling about sales quotas. We are all local, family-owned with total freedom to do what's right for our customers. Beard's Diamonds, all the selection, quality, value, and service you want from local people, accountable only to you. Beard's in the St. John's Town Center.
Hey, beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings priority booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res. Man, Hicken here for Zero Res. I love Zero Res. I've used them many times at the Hicken household, and I'll tell you why. Wife loves them. I love them. Why? Man, house looks better, smells better, feels better. That's why. And they clean. Boy, do they clean. And it's springing forward. Feels better on freshly clean carpets or floors. Remove winter buildup and lingering odors. Give your home a fresh spring-ready feel. This month, get One Room Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner, starting at just $53. Take $100 off your air duct cleaning. Don't forget about those air ducts, man. They're like the lungs of your home. If they're dirty, your indoor air quality suffers. Call Zero Res right now, 287-5727. 287-5727. Go online, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Say you want the station special. 1010, 1010XL, Dan Hicken. Just throw one of those things out there. Zero Res, man. Spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Jags fans, here's your chance to score a trip to Green Bay for round 1 of draft night. Through the Everbank Draft Night Experience Sweepstakes, one lucky winner and a guest will be there live and in person to see the Jaguars make their first pick. To enter, visit everbank.com/draft by April 4th. That's everbank.com/draft. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry period from 3/3/25 to 4/4/25. For official rules, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/draft. Sponsored administrator, Everbank N.A.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Cannonball!
Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you
doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage, too.
Mia O'Brien is going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Catch me weekdays from noon to 2 on Helmets and Heels.
And she could run later this year even, and I would vote for her.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota on 1010XL.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, you know, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
Hey, Hicken here, or just call me Dreamfinders Danny. For a limited time to ring in the new year, Dreamfinders Homes is offering an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down that rate and get in the game. You heard me right. It's 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
What does your dream backyard look like? Hey, it's Joe C. and my friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can design an outdoor kitchen layout custom built to your taste and lifestyle. You dream it, they can build it. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Visit cssoutdoor.com.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Tired of spending all day looking for a new truck? Then stop. At Garber Auto Mall, you can see every new American-made truck side by side. Chevy, GMC, Buick, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Visit us at GarberAutomall.com or in Green Cove Springs. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. Here are your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. And it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights, especially right now. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch? Every day, from lunch to late at night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on draft, cocktail shots, and more. And hey, tell them ET sent you.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys Locksmith Service.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. E says it's razzle dazzle. E, what do you got?
I got a pair of tickets to see Jeff Tate live at the Florida Theater. That's going down April 3rd. Tickets are on sale right now at floridatheater.com. But one lucky winner can wear a pair of tickets if they hit me up at the end of the 10-minute drill. Holla at your boy.
Coogan's like the astronaut story, but of course they always take a turn down uncomfortable lane. What happens in space stays in space. Stuck in space for 9 months. Hopefully Suni is not pregnant.
Oh, dear.
I've often wondered if you're in space that long, male and female, at some point, do they get a little frisky getting lonely?
Is this deer drill?
I mean, what are we doing here?
What's going on?
Come on, guys. I guarantee the government wants their taxes while they're up there. Yeah, of course they do. Where'd you get the time machine to send E to Czechoslovakia? What happened to Czechoslovakia? I know. Leave me alone. Just brought it up. I got to say, I was feeling really confident about the Gators making a Final Four run, but after seeing how pathetic Georgia and Missouri looked playing non-SEC teams, my confidence has switched to nervousness. What do you think? Well, you could do the same thing for the ACC and Duke then, right? You know? But you're saying, okay, well, Clemson beat Duke, so Georgia and Missouri, of course, both beat the Gators. So you would say, no, I don't think so. I think the elite of the SEC are really good this year, but I do think the conference was not as great as they made it out to be. Listen, you know me, I've said this numerous times on record. If you don't know me, I'll tell you again, I'm a Gator guy. I don't care about the SEC. I appreciate they're good. I appreciate it, but I do believe there's something there to all the hype that they get by ESPN because ESPN pays for the SEC. So they hype them up. I mean, ESPN has a track record of doing this. If ESPN covers the sport, it's a big sport. If ESPN doesn't cover the sport, they don't care. I mean, that's how they've always been. So you have to take it all with a grain of salt. I don't think a 6-12 Texas team should have ever gotten into the tournament. I don't care. There ought to be a caveat that you got to be 500 in your conference. The tournament should be something that is an accomplishment, at least. 6-12 sucks. Sorry, Junebug. If you're 6-12, are you a good team? E?
No, 6-12's trash.
That's no good. If the Monstars were 6-12 last summer, we'd have been calling for your head, Coach. Right?
No, you're not lying. You're not lying.
You roll the Monstars out there and go 6-12, man.
Oh no!
I'm calling for.
Get on
Gritty.
the line.
I'm calling for Gritty to be benched.
Oh goodness, yes.
Yeah.
He's the first one that's getting benched.
We're not looking for 6-12. You got a great conference and you go 9-9. Okay, you can make an argument. And and listen, it's not always proven. Like a lot of times, you know. And Jeff said that the bad teams went whatever. The ones 5-1 in first, but that's just the first round. So what? And then you said to yourself, it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter if an 11 seed, the 2 times in the play-in game history, teams have gone to the Final Four, so you want to get in there. Anyway, I don't know. I understand the grind of the big-time conferences, okay? I get that part of it. But, no, man. I'm sorry. But, no, it doesn't make me less confident. Boise State should have been in on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Yeah, maybe. I don't know anything about Boise State. West Virginia, I know the teams that got snubbed. But we'll see. We'll see. Gators go at 6:50 today against Norfolk State. If they win that game, when they win that game, they will next meet the winner of the OU-UConn game. I went 14-2 yesterday. Pros went 14-2, and E went 13-3. So good start. Wasn't like a difficult thing either, by the way. Right?
No.
I mean, there's a couple ones. Creighton, Louisville, 8-9 game. You know, McNeese State with the 5-12 upset. I get it. That's cool. But overall, it wasn't. You know, it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. I don't think it wasn't. I don't feel like it was a March Madness. Like maybe today we'll get some madness. I thought Arkansas's win over Kansas was surprising to me. Kansas has been a disappointment all year, but boy, I watched Arkansas a couple times this year, and they weren't that good. But I'll give them credit. They were able to win. So Missouri lost to Drake, though. That's an SEC loss. Texas has lost. Auburn did win. Tennessee did win. Tennessee wasn't out of this world impressive. They ended up winning by 15 points, which is a nice win. They'll play UCLA next. East Purdue Boilermakers won.
Boiler up.
Texas A&M won, but they won by 9. So, but listen, man, it's survive and advance, right? I told you my theory earlier, though. I like teams that blow out first round. It tells me, okay, we're playing good basketball.
Right.
You know, and it's probably, like I said, that's probably just me. BYU beat VCU. So Georgia got mollywopped. They had their 9-minute no-point run, and that kind of killed them. So anyway, it was good, but it wasn't great. It's fun. If you're gambling on it, it makes it a little more fun, you know.
Oh, yeah, you got your brackets in front of you. You're checking the scores.
But I would say, generally speaking, most people are probably feeling pretty good after day one. Like, you know, how many times have we heard this, E? Well, on Thursday afternoon. Well, of the first day. Well, that'll do it for me.
Yeah, my bracket's busted.
I'm busted.
Yeah.
That might happen this weekend. It's going to happen at some point.
Yeah, it happens at some point.
It always does. But we got through the first day.
Brackets generally don't get busted day one.
Yeah. So now we'll see, we'll see how it goes today with the ones and the twos. The teams that you take far, and again, I have Florida, Duke, Houston, so 3 ones, and Michigan State at 2. E has Florida, Duke, Purdue out of the box. And who was your other one?
Was it?
Did you go with Auburn? Did you take Auburn to the Final Four?
I think it was, yeah.
Okay. So
Florida, Duke, Auburn, Purdue.
Yeah. So, and Pross has Florida, Duke, Tennessee, and Auburn. So he's got 3 SEC teams. Which, again, if 3 SEC teams make the Final Four, yes, then it's a strong conference. But the bottom half isn't better than the teams that they played, the good teams that they played in the tournament yesterday. That's my only point. So just in thinking about that. All right. 641-1010, that's the number to call. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. You tell them what they're going to win.
Pair of tickets to see Jeff Tate live at the Florida Theater on April 3rd. Tickets are on sale right now at floridatheater.com, but one lucky winner can wear a pair of tickets right now by dialing 904-641-1010. Come on, somebody.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Is there anybody here can tell me where happiness comes from?
1010XL.
Anyone? All right.
1010XL.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional, non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at HodgesMazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Hey, gang, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Man, I love Beaches Dermatology. Doctors Metz, Doctors Boudreaux, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. They're the best. Been going to them for years. Staff on Solana Road, second to none. In fact, Beaches Dermatology recently voted one of the top workplaces of 2025 via the Jacksonville Business Journal. And that tells you all you need to know. I can talk about them, but the other folks talk about them too. They love them. And they love them because they care about you. And they take care of you. And they want you to know you got to protect yourself from the sun, man. You don't go out and pour oil all over your body, man. You put on a hat. Protect those ears, man. Put on long sleeve dry fits, right? Sunscreen, whatever it takes. And then if something should arise on that skin, get it checked out. Don't wait. Go to beachesdermatology.com and make an appointment at the location that is best, closest, and able to serve you. That's beachesdermatology.com, the place to go.
Denny Thompson here. If you haven't heard, Tyson Sound & Security has a house built right inside their showroom, showcasing complete home automation and security systems. You have to see it to believe it. This setup can recognize intruders who approach your door and alerts them to leave if there's a break-in. Keep your family safe with the most state-of-the-art technology. Tyson Sound & Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
Get ready for an unforgettable night of classic rock with legendary vocalist Jeff Tate. Known for his iconic work with Queensryche, Jeff Tate brings his unforgettable sound to the Florida Theater for one night only. A round-trip journey in your head. Witness the hit album Operation Mindcrime, performed in its entirety for the final time. Jeff Tate, Operation Mindcrime, April 3rd at Florida Theater. Tickets at floridatheater.com.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performancepainting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, buddy, you look worried.
Worried? I'm apoplectic!
You're what now?
I'm freaking out, Jason. Stupid water heater crapped out, so I haven't showered since Thursday. I start smelling a little funky, blow my big corporate job interview tomorrow. I'll end up settling for some dead-end career selling spatulas on the internet.
Dude, stay cool.
There's nothing cool about a cold shower, Jason. I mean, I know how that sounds, but...
Bueller Air and Plumbing can get a new water heater installed today. The day you call. You could be smelling fresh again by dinner time.
Wait, you can do that?
Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Is that cooler?
Oh, yeah.
Well, life moves pretty fast. If you spend much more time smelling like this, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Learn more about the beautiful game of soccer and its impact on the River City.
What a beautiful thing to behold.
Get an hour of soccer talk on the Sporting Jack Soccer Hour.
That's all I want to know.
Tuesday at 6 p.m. on 1010 a.m.
When it's time for new tires, you can count on Big Chief Tire for quality and value. Frank Franchi here. Their expert team will help you quickly find the right fit, ensuring a safe, comfortable ride. With quality options, fair prices, and quick installation, you'll be back on the road in no time. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today to schedule your appointment and roll into 2025 with great confidence. Big Chief Tire keeps Jack rolling.
The Jacksonville Icemen have punched their ticket to the Kelly Cup playoffs in April. But first, the Icemen have some regular season business to take care of as they host the South Carolina Stingrays this Saturday for a possible playoff preview. Saturday is Hockey for Everyone night at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Puck drops at 7. Get tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIceman.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #FrozenFrenzy.
Catch Gators baseball all season long on 1010XL. Pitched by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. And Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators.
Here's Linda Beaver.
At Beaver Chevrolet, we believe your experience should be more than just buying a car. It should be a lifetime of confidence, care, and trust. That's why we're proud to offer lifetime warranties and lifetime customer service. At Beaver Chevrolet, we're not just here to sell you a car. We're here to establish a lifelong relationship that you can always count on. It's simple. You deserve the best and shouldn't settle for less. Visit Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, where we're ready to give you a peace of mind for a lifetime.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the show.
Play that air guitar, Danny boy.
Ha! Oh, yeah.
Oh, he went to the drums. That boy like Prince. That boy play all the instruments. Grab the mic. There we go. One-man band.
Yeah. Listen, before we bring the cat in, I want to talk to the cat here in just a second. I want to tell you guys, you got Calipari Patino in the tournament. Now, if you ask Kentucky fan, Patino is a legend and Cal is mud. But Cal actually has a winning record against Rick Pitino. They've had, this will be the 5th time in tournament history they've met. They go way back. When Pitino was at Kentucky, he beat Cal at UMass in 92 in the Sweet 16 and 96 in the Final Four. Cal beat him in the Final Four. When Cal was at Kentucky, he beat Pitino at Louisville in 12. And in 14, Cal at Kentucky beat Pitino in Louisville in the Sweet 16. It's Kentucky winning whenever the coach is there over UMass and Louisville. But they've met like 22 times, and Cal has an edge. They even met, I think, in the NBA too. But anyway, overall, Cal has a winning record against Rick Pitino. But I got a feeling Rick Pitino is going to give it to Cal and the HOGS Arkansas Razorbacks in the next game on Saturday. But it'll be fun, be interesting. And that's two great coaches. But Pitino has been unbelievable this year and is taking his 6th school, I believe, to the NCAA tournament. The cat knows all about that. He used to his only loss, I think, in the history of his time here on the drill was in March Madness, if I'm not correct. Is that correct, Cat? When I think about that?
That is correct.
That was
that is correct.
That was your only loss. You won the Friday 5-pack 2 times in a row, maybe 3. And
3.
Yeah, and you did the Triple Crown, but you lost the March Madness and you had to eat a chip. And you ate it boldly and proudly and like a champion, if I remember.
Yeah. The sad part of that loss, if you remember, is I same as always, I had no clue what I was doing, so I went straight chalk.
Right.
And you guys, and you put the hick and lean on me. You did the hick and lean.
I did.
And like I was on the show, and you live hick and lean me to get me into this thing where I can't back out, or I look like a total tool on air.
You did it, yeah.
And so the hick and lean worked, and I go, fine. You know what? I'm gonna go chalk. This is easy. So I quickly start filling it out chalk.
Yes.
And I think it was Kansas State versus Kentucky or something.
It was Kentucky. I definitely remember Kentucky being involved.
And my brain is thinking Kentucky. They're the best. I know the Kentucky brand. The Kentucky brand of basketball has got to be it. I write Kentucky in instead of Kansas State, who was ranked higher, and I lose to E by 1 point.
Yes.
Loser.
Yes. Also, I remember something about that year. I think maybe that was the year we thought Jeff was out, but he was going to lose, but we added it wrong or something. Some classic moment. And he had to go back and check the numbers. It was awesome. Or we had confusion about. I can't remember, but it was always something. It was great. It was a lot of fun. So So I'm assuming you didn't do one this year.
No, man. I am in the world I'm in right now.
Maybe you could do one for the Jacksonville Zoo, like have the anteaters up against the vampire bats. Who would people pick?
I mean, I think we're in there's a penguin one going on right now, and I think we're up in a penguin March Madness.
Okay.
The March of the Penguins, they call it.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
For all the penguins around the country.
Congratulations. The Jacksonville Zoo recently voted the 4th best zoo in the country. Is that correct?
Yeah, man. USA Today.
That's
USA
awesome.
Today does a reader's choice thing, and they do a 10 best on a bunch of different things. And this is the first year the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens was up for best zoo. They've been up for best exhibit before and won that and been in the top 5 on that a couple times. But this was the first one for, best zoo, and we ended up finishing 4th.
Yeah.
You got Columbus Zoo right in front of us, Omaha Zoo, which is a national treasure. That one's amazing from what I hear. Haven't made it out to that one. And then, a bunch of other zoos there. So it's one of those lists that's not, there's a lot of lists out there, Dan. In some lists you got to pay to get on.
Yeah.
Some lists you got to be an advertiser on that platform to suddenly, wow, that's weird. This one is not. This one is a panel of experts puts it together, and it's kind of a travel guide. So what's really cool is people around the country are going to see this USA Today list, and that's going to cause some people hopefully to make their plans to come to Jacksonville.
All right, I got. Do you? I'll ask E this question as well. E, do you remember as a kid? Did you go to any zoos? Do you remember your first encounter at a zoo? I have a zoo encounter that I want to tell real quick. Did you have an encounter at the zoo? E?
My first encounter was.
Did you go to the Jacksonville Zoo growing up in Clay County, or did you go to a different zoo?
It was the Jacksonville Zoo, but it was a field trip.
Okay.
Mom ain't never made no time to take me to no zoo.
Okay.
Boy, I ain't got no time for that.
But you went on a field trip to the zoo.
It was a field trip
to the Jacksonville Zoo.
Yeah, Jacksonville Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
No real crazy stories.
Cat, is the Bronx Zoo rated anywhere? Because the Bronx Zoo was my first zoo trip as a kid. I went to the Bronx Zoo.
The Bronx Zoo.
Yeah, there is a Bronx Zoo.
I think we both. I think I've been to that one. I was at that one as a kid, but I also did the Central Park Zoo. I don't think the Bronx Zoo made the list.
Oh, that's a shame. I remember going to the Bronx Zoo when I was a kid. It's a great zoo, by the way. It was for me. The zoos are great for kids, man. I love going to the zoos. The Jacksonville Zoo. The Jacksonville Zoo was where I once took when my kids were young, my older kids. So we're talking 32 and 30, and I took them to the zoo, and it was the summertime. It was hot, and I had one of them up on my shoulders, and one of the Googans came up and started yapping with me, and no problem. Nice, and it's one of the great stories ever. And the guy says, "Can I ask you a personal question?" And I'm walking with a 4 and a 2-year-old, right? I got a 2-year-old on my shoulders, and I'm dragging a 4-year-old. It's just me. And I go, "Sure, what's up?" And he goes, is your hair real?
Dang.
I go, are you serious?
Like you got a toupee or something? Is that what they were trying to say?
That's what he was saying. I go, yeah, man, I wouldn't wear it otherwise. I mean, look how it looks. I mean, what?
Hey, Dano,
yes, sir.
It's not just for kids, though. We got a watering hole. The watering hole is basically a bar on the river there.
Yeah.
It has 4 TVs where you will catch me today watching basketball games as part of my wildlife wanderer duties out there at the zoo.
Well, the zoo has changed a great deal through the years, and you guys have added on, and that's why it's now number 4 in the country. It's one of Jacksonville's hidden secrets, and it shouldn't be hidden or best kept.
Well, we got a brand new entrance being built that's going to be open here at the end of this year. And as far as it is a lot. Kids love the zoo, but we also have some adult. And now that you drink, Dan, I should tell you about Exuberation coming up May 3rd. It's an all adult party.
Exuberation.
Exuberation. It's like it's a sip and stroll and sample, just like the Tom Coughlin Wine Gala. And it's going to be out there at the zoo. I know E's going to be there. You should come out. It's a good time.
Now, can I walk into the elephant pit and go pet one of the pachyderms or something?
Not while you're drinking.
Okay, good idea. Probably a good idea. Well, congratulations, man. That's great news. I mean, the zoo is it's great. I love the zoo. I love the Jacksonville Zoo. I want to support the Jacksonville Zoo. They got all like I said. I will say this: if you haven't been out there in a while, get it on your list of things to do, and you don't have to just take the kids. Like Kat said, if you want to go out there with adults and have a good time, you can. There's a lot of things to do.
For sure, man. And in all seriousness, this is for me. It's a passion project here. It's a part-time gig I'm doing out there helping the zoo. I've loved this place for 29 years, living here in town. And for me, the Jacksonville Zoo and Gardens, I got the same Duval till we die attitude about it as I did and do with the Jaguars, because it's ours, man. It's 100 years at this location, 115 years.
Wow.
Open total. It's a tourist favorite. We just need the locals to show up a little bit more and come have a good time.
In your days as the mascot, did you ever go into any of the exhibits?
No, they never let me. I wanted to do a bit.
I figured
you would. The Jaguar exhibit. Yeah, I tried. I tried.
How about I go in and pet the Jaguar? It'll be great. That's not a good idea.
Sit there? Yeah, they were like, no, you can't go in there with them. I'm like, all right, fine.
All right, Kat. Love talking to you.
Hey.
Good to catch up. Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
All right. See you, brother. That's Curtis Dvorak is who he really is, but we know him as the artist formerly known as the Cat. He loves the zoo. He reps the zoo, and congratulations to the Jacksonville Zoo, one of the best in the entire country. That's pretty good. That's a great honor, man.
It really is pretty dope.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. Dan Hicken is talking about the Jacksonville Zoo. You were there for a Rotary Club luncheon for high school football in 2009. It was a great time. I enjoyed meeting you then. I used to do that every year. One of the Rotary clubs in town, my friend Ray Moore used to boy, he did a lot for high school football players, and he would give out, players of the year and athletes of the, student athletes, and we honored them. They did a great job with that, and they brought the parents in. It was really a nice event, and they did it every year, and I used to be a part of that. That was fun to do. So let's do this. Let's grab a break. We'll come back. We got a lot more. We got the 8 o'clock hour coming up, and 9 o'clock nasty as well. We'll see if what else we got cooking. We'll talk some football as well. It's all coming up here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Driving home with a Frangie show.
Let's go home! Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen! Let's go home!
Because there's no place like home.
Let's go home! Let's go home!
Afternoons on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, gang, I can tell you all about Chad and Sandy, why you trust them as your real estate experts when it comes time to sell your home. But let's just go right to the proof and performance. Pete from Lakeshore has written in, I was in a pickle. I needed to cash out on a rental property fast. I was struggling to rent it. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio. I called. I had an offer for full asking price within days. These guys made it easy and delivered big-time results. More and more stories like that out there. If you think there may be problems with selling your home, Chad and Sandy beg to differ. They eat and sleep Jacksonville real estate, and they're ready to serve you right now with this promise. And this is bottom line, all you need to know. Chad and Sandy will guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they'll buy it. Pretty simple. Find out more at chadandsandy.com. That's chadandsandy.com. You can always call them at 904-414-6200.
Did you know your pup could take 30,000 to 60,000 steps a day at Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard? That's a whole lot of tail wagging fun with their best furry friends. At Dogtopia, they turn playtime into exercise, learning, and socialization in their off-leash, open play environment. Dogs build confidence, reduce anxiety, and stay happy and healthy, all while having the time of their lives. Visit Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard today.
DUI? BUI? Don't stress. Call me Malcolm Anthony at 2854-LAW. That's 285-4LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
Barley and Pie Brewing Company is Fleming Island's first and only craft brewery, founded by the co-founder and brewmaster of Wicked Barley. Barley and Pie serves up local brews made right in your backyard. Hungry? Dive into their sourdough Neapolitan pizza, made fresh in-house every day. Find your new go-to spot in Fleming Island at Barley and Pie Brewing Company.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Amelia Tucker, senior varsity track and field and soccer player at Wilson High. Amelia is involved with student government and is a member of the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Amelia.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Duck Duck Air Conditioning is here to save the day with a free AC system inspection. Call now, 904-862-6769. Duck Duck Air Conditioning, duckduckac.com. Any required repairs are not included in the inspection.
Hi, I'm Jeff Breyer, president of Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring.
And I'm Zach Breyer. When my dad started in business in 1990, I wasn't even born yet.
That's true, and after 35 years and nearly 20,000 satisfied customers, we literally have a showroom in every neighborhood.
So whether you need more outdoor living space with a glass or screen enclosure, or you're looking to transform your home with new flooring, we've got you covered.
Visit our websites, or better yet, do yourself a favor and stop by one of our showrooms on Phillips Highway to experience the Lifetime difference and receive 20% off your purchase now through March.
Lifetime Enclosures.
Join UF Health Jacksonville for their inaugural golf classic on Friday, April 25th at Amelia River Club. Sponsorships and foursomes are available. Visit ufhealthjacks.org/golf for details. See you on the course.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
ET here, and spring in Clay County means one thing: the award-winning Clay County Fair. It's more than just rides and a concert, it's an experience. Savor the flavors of classic fair treats, explore family-friendly attractions, and enjoy a perfect mix of small-town charm and big-time fun. Plan your trip with Explore Clay County Tourism and turn your visit into a getaway. Find the best places to stay, eat, and explore at exploreclay.com. And don't forget to share your fair adventures with #ExploreClay.
Out with the old, in with the organized. Mia here for my friends at Closets by Design. Freshen up your home this spring with a custom organization solution. For a limited time, take advantage of our spring special and enjoy exclusive savings on closets, garages, home offices, and more. That's 40% off with an additional 50% off with 12-month special financing through April. Spring on this deal before it's gone. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation with Closets by Design.
Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, brought to you by Riddle Wellness. Day 2 of round 1 of the NCAA men's basketball tournament tips off today. The SEC set a record 14 of its 16 teams to March Madness, with number 1 ranked Auburn advancing over Alabama State yesterday. 10-seeded Arkansas upset 7-seed Kansas to continue to round 2, while Texas A&M and Tennessee also advanced yesterday. The 4th-ranked Gators take the court today against 16-seed Norfolk State. Florida captured the number 1 seed in the western region of the NCAA tournament after dominating 8th-ranked Tennessee in the SEC championship. This is the 3rd time in program history the Gators have landed the number 1 seed. Listen live tonight at 6:30 on 1010 a.m. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 45 degrees at 8 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the show. Who can it be now? As we look at the NFL and we look at what the Jaguars have done in free agency and we look ahead to the draft, we have the after the free agency type rankings. We talked about like some power polls and such. Where we'll find the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they're not high. If you go just to the AFC, let's take a look at the AFC. 16 teams in the AFC, 16 total teams. Who's the best team in the AFC? It's probably Kansas City.
Kansas City.
They lost a left tackle, a corner, a running back. Nothing major. DeAndre Hopkins, Joe Tooney. That probably hurts a little bit. They've got to rebuild their offensive line a little bit. They still have Patrick Mahomes. They went to the Super Bowl. I got no problem with Kansas City, with Buffalo right on their heels, right? They got Josh Palmer and Joey Bosa. I think those are pretty good. I don't think they lost anybody. I mean, I would trade Joey Bosa for Von Miller in a second, right? Von Miller's old now. So I think that's a good move. So I understand Buffalo being in the 2-hole. The Baltimore Ravens, another really good team. One good thing is one of their key losses is their offensive lineman, Patrick McCarry, who came here. So at least they look at that as a key loss. They brought in DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know what he's going to be able to bring. So we'll see. Number 4, the Denver Broncos, which is kind of a surprise. Wait a second.
That is surprising.
Yeah. So I want to continue this, but we got the Ox Gator. He's all geeked up, ready for hoops. We'll visit with him real quick. Good morning, Ox.
Good morning, Guggen.
Good morning, Guggen.
We PFR, the boys enjoy that.
PFR, yes, sir.
Jeff training for next year's River Run?
Not training for the River Run. I'm going to guess he's either driving to Raleigh or playing golf.
Sure.
Playing golf. That'd be my guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would side with the golf. I don't think he's driving to Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
Probably hadn't been to a Gator event since
Oh, dear.
Mike White.
Oh, dear.
Oh, here we go. Did you just throw a Mike White thing out about that? Oh, boy.
One of his favorites. I had something really good happen to me.
Oh,
so
talk to me.
You know, spring break for the SJC.
Okay.
Her wife says she wants to take the kids down to Orlando. I said, I got to work. You know, somebody's got to work around here. So she heads down, takes the kids yesterday, coming back tomorrow.
Oh.
I was laid up last night, laying there in my underwear.
Oh.
For dinner, I had an egg sandwich and some ice cream to watch ball.
That's a dub, Ox. That's a big dub.
Yeah, that was great. Tonight, we're going to have round 2. We're going to have an egg sandwich and some ice cream. Is all we're going to do on Pull for the Gators.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little egg sandwich.
Was it?
No.
We'll see. That's a little bit of Shangri-La right there, Gator. Now, do you have to work? Do you have to grind today, or do you?
I do have to work.
Okay.
I got to work. I got calls until about 2:00, and then I'll shut it down, and I'll be flipping that TV on and just, stripping those shorts off and laying there on that couch.
You know what? You guys know what the number one thing for men to do on Thursday of March Madness is, right?
Yeah. Go get a vasectomy.
Yeah. You go see Dr. Baldock. They're now retired Dr. Baldock.
What's Doc's name?
His name was Dr. Baldock. I ain't lying. Ox, am I right?
No.
Yeah. His name is Dr. Baldock, and Dr. Baldock will take care of you.
He was destined to do that from the time he was born.
Yeah.
Ain't lying, Dr. Baldock get you right.
Get you right?
Yeah.
If you don't want to have any more kids.
Right.
That's up to you.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I talked to Charlton last night.
Oh, how was he?
And I said, Charlton, if you have any percentage of you that's pulling for your alma mater against the Vols, and he said, no, 0%. He said, I've been asked this 30 times.
Yes.
And I said, what if they had, he was number 54 up there. I said, what if they had a little patch that said 54? Would you appreciate that? He said, well, I would, but I'd probably be dead. So he was pulling for the Vols. So you got to give him credit.
Well, his response to me, the official response was, look, Wofford can't win it. The Vols could, so you got to pull for the Vols, which I get.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wofford's success is made by getting to the tourney, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, all right, brother. Appreciate it.
They do have a good logo. I like their logo.
Oh, yeah?
The little terrier is a good-looking logo.
All right, my man. Appreciate you.
All right, we'll see.
There he goes. That's the Ox Gator. Egg sandwich and ice cream. Nothing better.
Dr. Baldock.
That's true. That's a true story. One of my favorite stories was, I won't name the name, but there was an unnamed former professional athlete at Dr. Baldock's office one day. And the guy said to him, hey, so-and-so, what are you doing here? He goes, same as you, just getting a physical. He didn't, we all know what we're doing there. Why are you asking what you're doing here, right? So anyway, it's kind of funny. I enjoyed that. Yeah, true story. True story. But, if you go take care of that in the morning, then you have to sit around all weekend. You get a Thursday, Friday with, you got to put the...
Got to ice that thing up.
You got to put the peas on them now. You got to put the frozen peas on that thing and leave them alone. If I opened up the phone lines, many of the Googans would call me.
One of them already just called me, said he went and saw Dr. Baldock.
You're darn right. And then I can also find one who will tell you about the horrible story.
Oh, yeah.
Where they decided on Friday they did it on Thursday, and then on Friday they said, I'm going to go golfing, or I'm going to go work out, and they came home and the peaches were grapefruits.
Oh, yeah. I don't plan on going to see Dr. Baldock no time soon. I plan on continuing to be fruitful and multiply.
Okay. Who knew? Who knew, Cheetah?
No, not like that. Not like that.
But anyway, as we go searching for our Jaguars, we are at 4 with the Denver Broncos. We were at 5 with the Cincinnati Bengals, so I would have ahead of the Denver Broncos. But interesting that they would be in the 5 hole. 6 is Houston. 7 is the Chargers. 8 is the Steelers. 9 is the Dolphins. You get my point here. They've got the LV Raiders at 10. The Colts at 11. The Patriots at 12. The Jets at 13. We got our Jags down at 14 in the power rankings, my man. 14. It's just
a lot of the Googles used to go see our guy Dr. Baldock.
I told you they're Danny's age, man. I miss Dr. Baldock. I got the guy who replaced Dr. Baldock, which I can't remember his name, but he did a great job.
We got a Google here. I was the second to the last guy to get snipped by Dr. Baldock.
I'm telling you. It's one of the great things. It's like Ock said, he was destined to do what he did. And he had a wonderful career.
Oh, man, that's great.
It's more the thought of it is what's disconcerting. The actual procedure is not bad.
Right.
Is what I would tell any of you who are considering it and feel like they have been fruitful enough and multiplied enough. Let's bring in our friend Denny Thompson.
Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Morning, Denny.
What are y'all talking about?
We're talking about it's March Madness. It's Thursday, yesterday. It's the number one day of the year for men to give vasectomies. Yeah, it's a perfect day. You go do it in the morning, and then you have to sit around all weekend and you watch hoops.
I did mine the Thursday of the NFL draft.
Which is also not a bad day.
Was it Dr. Baldock?
He was after. I bet Denny was after. Yeah.
It was not. I heard that, and now I want to have it reversed and go get it done.
Yeah. Did you know of the legend of Dr. Baldock in this town?
I didn't. I thought we were boys, Dan. You got to tell me this stuff.
Wow. I'm sorry. Yeah, Dr. Baldock was around a long time, and he did a lot of dudes, man. Did a lot of dudes. Curbed the population in Jacksonville is what Dr. Baldock
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
We thank him for his service.
He stunted the growth.
I mean, who knows what we'd be without him, right?
I know. I was after Dr. Baldock, but I just missed him by a couple years, I think. But nonetheless, yeah.
Heartbreaking.
But, yeah, you can vouch. The procedure is not as bad as the thought of the procedure, right?
Right. Yeah. It's a little concerning when you start to smell things burning, but
yeah, you get a little burning.
Yeah,
you do get.
Yeah. Outside of that, you're good.
That might elicit a question like, "Hey, Doc, are we good?" Oh yeah, we're fine.
Right. Is somebody smoking down there?
Because it ain't like you want to sit there and look in the mirror and watch the procedure. No, you definitely don't want to do that. Yeah,
very awkward. The whole thing's very awkward.
All right, Denny Thompson, let's talk about a couple things here. Let's talk about I continue to be intrigued by, and I will guess that, and I do this because they had a pro day. You have been part of pro days, right? You have orchestrated, is that a good word to say, pro days? Have you done that, right?
That's more Will's job, but yeah, I've been involved.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. A young quarterback should dominate a pro day because you guys are going to draw up a pro day which feature young quarterback strengths. Is that fair to say?
Right. Yes, very much so.
Okay. So when you look at the pro day, then that should be a time for them to really showcase their skills. I bring this up because I saw Jalen Milroe had his pro day, and I didn't watch it, and I think we watch less and less pro days now because maybe as a fan group we've become a little bit more savvy to what the pro days are all about, like the last throw always. You always make that last you unleash.
Right.
Like Joe Milton couldn't wait for that part of the combine or the pro day or. Anthony can sling it a mile. I mean, that's where that's fun. That's good stuff. But just tell me about a little bit of what goes into the pro day and the pro day putting together the plan.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because we've had kind of every type of thrower. Anthony was a blast because there's nothing he can't do.
Right.
And no, we did not. It was not planned, or we did not tell him to hit the ceiling. Whether that was his plan or not, it was up to him. But it was fun. It was cool because he can do that, right? In the same with Caleb, but Caleb was a little different in that there was, a million highlight films of him rolling out and making amazing throws.
Right.
And so Will had this plan very early on: is we're going to be super boring and we're going to sit right here in this pocket for 45 throws and not move. And so that's what we did.
Okay.
And so I think, there's a couple things. You can answer questions with pro days. You can show strengths with pro days. If there's a perceived weakness that you have either worked on or you go, well, that's really not a weakness, then you address that at pro days. So it's, I think there's a lot of different things that go into the planning of it. And then it's also, and people don't realize it's also like, what do you have available to you to catch? Like how many receivers, how many tight ends, how many running backs? Do you have running backs that have decent hands? So you're kind of like, you have a box you have to work within based off of factors you can't control, is my point.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just do the best you can. And then, last year we had Austin Reed and Caleb in both pro days while the receivers were running their 40s and stuff like that. Somebody pulled a muscle and could no longer participate. So now you've got, oh crap, well, we've got 12 routes in there for this guy. So who's going to run those? Are we going to scratch them? How does that go? And then in addition to that, you've got a deep route, so you got to have somebody else run a different route, and probably even two people before that person's ready, because it's also the receivers pro day. So they need to be fresh for every single rep. So there's actually a lot that goes into the planning or the script of that pro day.
Right. Right.
But it's fun. It's a blast.
Yeah.
And it's especially with those guys. They're all so good. I didn't see Melrose either. But they're also good that, a pro day should be them, dotting it up for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What did you have? I saw that you had an AR and Lagway in this week.
Yeah, we did.
We were all raving about the picture of Lagway because we know what
was wrong with it.
Buddy is huge.
We can't believe how big the kid is.
He's a big old boy now.
Yeah,
he's a big old boy.
But it's still next to AR. It's stunning. AR is a monster.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you say that, I saw somebody comment on that poster.
Yeah.
Or on that picture.
Yeah.
I actually took the picture.
Okay.
I think maybe it's the angle. Like
it might be. Yeah, I know he is, but it just looks like Lagway is this, and maybe it's the way he's thick though. He's a big. Like what is Lag's weigh? Do you think? Because I remember when he came in, they said as a true freshman he weighed more than Tebow did his last year there, which was 248 or something if I remember right.
I don't know his exact weight, but I mean he is a very big boy. Like he is very talented, very athletic, like all those things. So when you say he's a very big boy, it's like he can't move.
Right.
That's not the case with this guy.
Is he 6 foot? How tall would you guess he is? Is he? I know he hasn't been measured, but is he 6'3"? Is he bigger or smaller than that?
Oh yeah. He's definitely taller than 6'3".
Okay,
yeah.
Taller than 6'3".
I was going to guess 6'4".
Okay.
And then if there was a doubt in my mind, it was that he was over 6'4". So I don't think he's under 6'4".
Yeah, it might have been. Listen. It could have been the angle, but I mean, again, it was noticeable, and again, it's great. For Florida fan, it's like, oh my gosh. Now, I would be remiss if I asked you, and I know you're not going to tell me, but can you give me any kind of update on how his shoulder is and the lingering shoulder injury? Can
you know the answer to that?
Okay.
I literally.
I had to ask though, right? I mean, I have to ask. So,
I know. Yeah.
Will he be playing this year?
I can't say anything on it. I love how the positions you put me in, but you do have to ask. I do get that. I do get that. Yes.
Denny, you remember when Brooks used to come over and work out and throw, and you guys would like goof around and like throw balls in the basket?
Yeah.
Did DJ play in that game?
We don't have the basket anymore.
Okay. I don't know how else to position that one. I'll just leave it alone. There's one other topic I wanted to discuss with you, and that is this. Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
I think we're all in agreement about one thing about Trevor, and that is he needs to play better. Are we in agreement on that?
Yeah.
Now, there are a variety of reasons why he hasn't played better. And many of those, this is where the debate comes in, are not his fault. Some are. So that's the debatable topic. But I guess my question is, you having watched Liam Cohen's offense somewhat, like us as fans, but having a more discernible eye, do you think this offense will help Trevor Lawrence, or is it's not a hindrance, but it's a new offense with new terminology, and does that part of it take time? And because the last thing Jag fan wants to hear is, well, we're just getting it down, blah, 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 blah. We want him to know it, to love it, to learn it, to have it down pat by training camp, to then fix it in training camp, and then be ready game one to rip it.
Yeah, I think that's actually a very reasonable expectation. I don't. These offenses are so similar, and guys like Trevor, the thing that probably we should talk about more is just how smart you have to be to play in this league. All these starting quarterbacks are wildly intelligent, and so they pick this stuff up pretty soon. And then there's so much film of what these guys do from so many different angles that, by the time you get to the first game of the season, like, you should have a lot of those kinks worked out. Now, a lot of times the defense is just ahead of offense, as you guys know, and early in camp. So, people get discouraged if, oh, God, this offense is going to be terrible. No. Just defense is, kind of easier to play as you're installing. There's less rules. Liam Cohen, I've known Liam since he was at Kentucky the first time.
Okay.
And the dude's just a ball coach, man. He's going to put, he has an offense, but my feeling and what I've experienced with Liam is he has an offense, but he also is going to adapt that offense to the strengths of not only his quarterback, but what's around his quarterback.
Okay.
I think Trevor has had thus far a good career, certainly not what we anticipated or expected.
Right.
And I think we're at the point in Trevor's career where he's got to become more like Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, in the sense of, Joe Burrow gets sacked every other snap, it seems like, but they still win football games.
Right.
And he still puts up numbers. And I think that Trevor is in that talent category to where he should be the reason why you're staying in games and making playoff runs.
And you've seen the way you would say from your eye that talent is there.
Yes, without question.
And most everybody who knows the game seems to say that. I very rarely have heard people who are more, I don't know, educated or whatever than just, me, Joe Fan, that say, listen, no, this guy can, and just watch him. He makes, and we have seen that where we go, it's just every game we go, whoa. He
has every trait. He has every trait. If you're going to draw up a quarterback, he'd be pretty close to what you would draw up.
Okay.
Arm strength, every trade. He's smart, like the whole thing. So now it's just time to see dominance, really, and that that can come in a lot of different forms. Obviously, it don't mean you have to win a Super Bowl, but I think they're not having this conversation in Cincinnati, even though they just came off of a year where they missed the playoffs, because Joe Burrow has proved that he's just a dog. Like he's going to figure this thing out. And the fact that I'm bringing up Trevor in this is a compliment to Trevor, because that's where I have him. I have him in that world of Burrow and those guys. So for me, that's the next expectation.
All right. Well, I like that, and I hope that can be achieved, and it will be curious to. It's ultimately with all the free agency, right, Denny, and the way they're going to build and getting those draft picks. That's all fine and good, but ultimately. It comes down to quarterback. So much of it comes down to quarterback.
No doubt. And they knew that when they signed him.
Yeah,
right?
just
and
like
they gave him that big extension.
And that's how it's become in college ball. Like we talk about, I'm amazed in talking to people around the Gator program. I say, if you listen to these people, Florida should be in contention, not just to make the playoff, but to win the SEC this year. And they say, why, Dan? I say, well, Lagway says they got the best offensive line in the country. The young receiver, they're, the kid from Florida who was going to go to Oregon. They liken him to like Jeremiah Smith. They say this guy is a dog. They got Eugene Wilson back. They got a running back room that's loaded. The defense, a lot of key guys return. They got a 5-star edge rusher who they say can't be blocked in camp. They've got all these Cormani McClain gained 20 pounds. I mean, every single thing coming out of Gainesville is like positive. And you're like, holy cow, we haven't had this in a long time. But then ultimately it comes down to Lagway. Yeah. Yeah.
The transfer receiver, was it Sturdivant?
Yeah, the UCLA kid. Yep.
I have heard amazing things about him.
I mean, so this is, again,
from person to person, not even people in Florida. Like, he's a name that in the offseason popped up a lot. When people were just talking about receivers, people just kept talking about the Sturdivant guy. I don't know who he is.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, you start seeing these highlights pop out in their spring, I guess, their releases that they put on social media.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, this kid's smooth. And so, no, I mean, they have the talent in Gainesville. It is going to depend on Lagway taking that next step. And, I don't say this as a hater of Billy Napier because I'm not, but it is also going to depend on can Napier and his staff still clean up the mistakes that were still there last year. They had a little run, but the mistakes were still there.
That's a fair point.
So if you're going to compete in the SEC, you can't have those. Georgia don't have those.
Right.
Texas don't have those. So you've got to clean those things up. But as a Florida fan, yes. I mean, I think this is probably the most excited that Florida fans have been since.
Yes.
I mean, can we say the Urban Meyer era? Is that fair?
Yes, it really is. I mean,
crazy.
So that's where we're at. Well, you got a quarterback who every game he started that he finished, he won last year, 6-0.
No, I got it. It's just crazy that it wasn't that long ago that we were all talking about who's going to be the next coach.
Well, if it goes belly up and the schedule's difficult, then we'll still be talking about it.
I know. It's still. I still have never seen a situation like this.
I know it is odd. It is odd.
It really is. I mean, nobody would have bet that he was going to keep his job.
No.
What, 6 or 7 last year?
That's fair. All right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right, boys.
Good stuff.
Talk to y'all soon.
See you, Denny.
All
right. We'll come back with more. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
We're connected by a common bond.
We're all lemons. We look like everybody else, but what makes us different is our defect.
We're obsessed with sports.
You're absolutely right.
1010XL.
It don't get no better than this.
Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hey, Jacksonville. You know what you get when you play a country song backwards. You get your wife back, your truck back, your dog, your SUV, and your job back. Well, at Garber Auto Mall, you don't have to play the country song backwards. We understand that bad things happen to good people, and we're here to help. With 8 all-American brands, Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Chevy, Buick, GMC, and a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles in stock. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com.
Hey, Beard's Diamonds is where Jacksonville shops for engagement rings and fine diamond jewelry. Hicken here for my friends at Beard's Diamonds. They're in the St. John's Town Center, and they stand out in such a big way. Number one, they're local. They are local, not like those other chain stores there, man. The owners are part of our community for more than 40 years. Shout out to John Lupo and his son, Ben. Money spent at Beard's doesn't go to Wall Street. It stays here. And here's the best part. You don't compromise on anything. They got the best selection of diamonds in Northeast Florida, hands down. Don't have to jack up prices to meet a corporate bottom line. Have all the top names in bridal jewelry like Decoria and Viraggio and dozens more. And they guarantee to give you a better price, a better value, period. Listen, a lot of those chain stores are all owned by the same mega conglomerate. They may have different store names, but they're all the same owner. Beard's is your locally owned better alternative. Beholden to the people of Jacksonville, not Wall Street. Beard's Diamonds, man. Go check them out at the St. John's Town Center.
Oh, by the way, Ivan's no longer on the project. His wife got a new job, so they're moving across the country.
Robin's top researcher is deviating to a new market. This isn't standard.
And now we're short-staffed. Who's going to finish all these projects?
She needs a cluster of new data analysts, and there's no margin for error.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Spring is in the air. Time to wake up your lawn with Heroes Lawn Care. Say goodbye to pesky mosquitoes with their organic and spray treatments. Perfect for outdoor fun. Keep your lawn clean and fresh with their pet waste removal for homes and businesses. Heroes Lawn Care takes care of it all. From mowing, edging, fertilizer, to irrigation, and much more. Visit heroeslawncare.com.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Come visit the best sports restaurant in town. That's Big Dogs in Orange Park, known for great burgers, huge wings, pizza, salads, and special nightly events like trivia and karaoke. You'll all love it at Big Dogs Restaurant in Orange Park.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Get to know positions and players. The 1010XL Ultimate Draft Guide is brought to you by Blue Haven Pools, the #1 pool builder in Jacksonville. Follow rankings and roundtables as the draft takes shape. Go to 1010XL.com/2025 draft guide to get yours.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Get ready for ice-cold action with the Jacksonville Icemen. Experience the thrill of hockey, the excitement of the game, and the local spirit. Full promotional schedule at JacksonvilleIcemen.com. Join the Icemen for a season full of unforgettable moments.
Mia here. Getting more is great, and that's what makes this sale so great. It's a sale on top of a sale, and it's going on now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Get $0 down and just $288 per month for a pre-owned 2022 Toyota Corolla. Or you choose a pre-owned 2021 Camry, RAV4, Tacoma for $0 down and $388 per month. You can even choose no payments till July 2025. Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter mile east of 295, or online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah.
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 And
take it. Oh, yeah. Ow. Hey, I got a stat of the day. Can you give me a Dan Hicken stat of the day?
His name is Hicken. He's the reason you listen. Just kidding, Jeff. It's Dan Hicken, stat of the day.
Oh, I miss him so much. Balls Davis. 24 wins, 25 arrests since January of 2023. That would be Kirby Smart's Georgia program. Nothing to laugh about. It's serious. Georgia had a bad day yesterday. They had a kid named Nitro speeding. If you're named Nitro, you shouldn't be speeding. And you think that's the bad day, and then you find out that another one of your guys crashed into an apartment building. Oof.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a bad day. That's a bad day. But anyway, that's just is what it is. Hey, E.
Yep.
You still pumped up about Bronny?
Absolutely.
I'd like to congratulate Bronny. You know who he passed in career three-pointers made?
Who?
Ben Simmons.
Oh, that's funny.
Bronny's made 6 career three-pointers, Ben Simmons 5. Is that true?
That's funny.
Is that possibly true?
Oh, man.
Can you verify Ben Simmons' career three-pointers?
Yeah, let me look at that.
That might be a joke, but I don't think it is. Ben Simmons was the worst shooter I've ever seen in the NBA, right? He's terrible. Anyway, we'll get that. We've got first caller ever, Paul, in studio visiting with us. He's got an event that's coming up that he wants to talk about. Hello, first caller, Paul. How are you?
Good morning, Dan. How are you?
You were the first ever caller to the Dan and Jeff radio show at the old place.
The Toaster.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
20-some-odd years ago then.
That is correct.
Right? Because we were at the Toaster for a few years before we came over here, and we've been here for a while now.
It's been a
07, maybe, 06. We went on the air here when the Gators, this would go full circle, the Gators were in Atlanta playing in the Final Four. And that's where we started. First ever caller, Paul, showed up. But Paul is a good dude. He's a friend, and he wants to promote one of our great sponsors, Borland Groover Foundation. And you always used to bother me and pester me to get screened, to get my colonoscopy.
I did.
Because it happened to you.
It did happen to me.
Yeah.
And
how old were you when that happened?
Just before the day before my 51st birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So 50, but 45 is the new 50, by the way, in case you're wondering. But tell us a little bit about your journey, Paul Santiago.
Well, March is Colon Cancer Screening Awareness Month.
Mm-hmm.
And Borland Groover Foundation puts on the March to Get Screened, which is happening at the end of this month.
Okay.
And as I mentioned, as we just talked about, I was diagnosed with colon cancer before my 51st birthday. So just
now you're a ripe old man of 61.
We're the same age.
Same age.
Same month.
Yeah.
But my journey was, as many of us do, put off screening.
Right.
I thought I had some indications. I had some signs.
Yep.
I just thought I had a bleeding ulcer.
Right.
And I put off 2 screenings.
Uh-huh.
I canceled both appointments.
Uh-huh.
And found out that a friend, high school friend, was dying of colon cancer and decided to keep the 3rd one.
Yeah.
And
thank God you did.
I did.
Yeah.
That is true. And her name was Erin, and I'm forever grateful that unfortunately, what happened with her, and I've talked to her family, that it prompted me to get the 3rd one.
Good.
And I was diagnosed with stage 2 colon cancer, rectal cancer, actually. And it's the 4th most diagnosed cancer in the country.
But very treatable if you catch it early.
Correct. And
very treatable.
I was lucky.
Yeah. And that's why we ask people to get screened.
That is why.
Right.
Because it's a 91% survivability if diagnosed early, but it drops to 15% if it's late stage.
Right.
So getting screened is critical. And there's 2 ways people now, you see the Cologuard on TV, which is fine, but there's been some false positives for people that we know. So the best way is to get a colonoscopy.
Right. And they're really easy to do. It's, again, so funny. We were talking about vasectomies a while ago. I don't know what we're doing. It's men's health month, but women too with colon. But yeah, you just go in and you know, the prep is the hardest part. It's not as bad as even that as it used to be. You just basically clean yourself out. You go in, boom, you're done. They're done in 20 minutes.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's the best sleep you'll have, as my wife says.
Also true.
And you know, part of this March to Get Screened, we started our colon cancer team because this is a 5K run and fun walk mile that they have. But we started our colon cancer team, which as you know, 10 years ago, and to date we've raised $150,000.
Shout out, Paul. Just your team.
Our team.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And there are many other teams.
Yeah.
And what the dollars do is it helps pay for colon cancer screenings for those that can't afford it.
Good.
And that's where the foundation comes in. And that's critical because, as you know, with insurance, we won't get into that, go down that rabbit hole. But a lot of times those things are not covered.
Right.
And people can't afford it, and they will not treat it. They will not go get screened. And unfortunately, bad things happen.
All right, so it's the March to Get Screened. It's a 5K race and 1 mile fun run. It's Sunday, March 30th, so it's coming up. Now, can anybody do it? How does it work?
Anybody can do it. You can go to, and I'll give the initials here, MTG mtgs5k.com.
Okay, mtgs5k.com.
And register for the event. If there's plenty you can just or donate if you do not want to participate. You can do it virtually.
Okay.
And if you'd love to join our team is pretty well known. It's Team Turtles, Turdles.
Turtles. Gotcha.
And we have the coolest mascot out there.
Right.
And
you guys do this over in St. Johns County, Longleaf Pine Parkway.
Right.
Okay.
That's where it's taking place this year. We just moved there this year.
Okay. That's cool. And so what do you guys do? Do you run or you just walk? What do we do?
I try to walk because our team is usually fairly large.
Yeah.
And
so y'all walk together?
Yes.
So it's just kind of a more of a cool event. Like, it's not necessary. Now, if you want to go run it, you can, right?
Of course, we have a lot of runners as well.
Yeah. So it's a 5K race and a 1 mile fun run as well. But yeah, it's more of a, however you want to do it, but you want to be a part of it. If you're looking for a run, a race to do, it's also, you can do it that way. If you want to just join one of the teams, you can do that way. If you want to make a donation, you can do it that way. But listen, we're all in the same boat with this one, every one of us. So, and we want everybody to get screened, especially at 40, starting around 45. And if you have any symptoms, don't wait. Get them checked out.
You're right. You are your best advocate. If you don't like what you're hearing, go find another doctor. I say that all the time. You don't want to have to do what I did and put it off and then wind up with a negative result. Luckily, I'm still here 10 years later, but that's not always the case.
Yes. All right. Well, great. Anything else we want to add about it?
No, just appreciate it. Get the word out there.
Yeah.
Make sure you get screened. Your friends, your loved ones. I like to say, breast cancer is number one in diagnosis. Everybody likes talking about the boobs, but you got to make sure you get screened and get that colonoscopy.
Absolutely. So Sunday, March 30th, that was the 5K race, a 1 mile fun run. That's mtgs5k.com. mtgs5k.com. Thank you for sharing your story. Our friend Paul Santiago in the house. First caller, Paul, ever on the drill. So he'll always have a special place on this program. And we'll keep it rolling right here on a Friday. Get back to some football talk. Maybe he's also, by the way, it's amazing. This guy has such a blessed life, but he's the most negative sports fan in the world. First caller, Paul. Did you know that, E?
I do now.
He blows me up on text all the time, and it's just full of negative vibes. He's like the worst ever, but the Gators, the Jags, drives me nuts.
Dang, Paul.
Did I tell you that?
Oh, you didn't.
Such a blessed life, and yet you come back with all that to me all the time. Do you know
You're
that?
sweet, then you're sour.
I tell you that, right? This is not anything new. It's
nothing new.
Yeah.
Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
This is the drill on 1010XL.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Feel the downforce of 100 horses. Everybody in the crowd on their feet. Sunday at Miami. Wow! NASCAR is revved up by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234 and 1010XL.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Jags fans, here's your chance to score a trip to Green Bay for round one of draft night. Through the Everbank Draft Night Experience Sweepstakes, one lucky winner and a guest will be there live and in person to see the Jaguars make their first pick. To enter, visit everbank.com/draft by April 4th. That's everbank.com/draft. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry period from 3/3/25 to 4/4/25. For official rules, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/draft. Sponsored administrator, Everbank N.A.
Hey, poker fans, the stakes are high this month as Best Bet dishes out over $550,000 between Jacksonville, Orange Park, and the St. Augustine poker rooms. Feeling lucky? How about $300 every 15 minutes at the table games, or cash in on the $20,000 race to a race, or every Friday, $1,000 every 30 minutes. And go for the green on St. Patrick's Day, where a Royal Flushing Clubs wins up to $5,000. See all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing. where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Hey, you ready to reclaim your backyard? Serving Northeast Florida since 1977. That's a long time, man. Surfside Pools is a trusted name for expert pool design. Family owned and operated, they offer pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. They do a great job of my pool. Let Surfside Pools transform your backyard into the oasis that you crave. Man, are you ready to float happy? Visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666. That's 246-2666. There's Surfside Pools and Spas where luxury meets leisure.
ET here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days than bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find Scratch Kitchen that always comes in the clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktail shots, and more. Come on, somebody.
The month of March makes us mad.
This is mass madness, you maniacs!
And we love it.
Got a 3!
Experience the madness with 1010XL.
Served up hot by Hurricane Grill and Wings and Florida Pest Control.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Navy Mutual would like to salute all Medal of Honor recipients that have been given our nation's highest award. In 1990, Congress designated March 25th as National Medal of Honor Day, and it was signed into law by President George H.W. Bush.
Committed to the mission. At Navy Mutual, we're committed to providing high-quality life insurance to members of the military and their families. Because at Navy Mutual, our highest commitment is to you. Visit NavyMutual.org.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold and silver and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at almost $3,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
That sounds like a ticket giveaway to me. Sounds like the fair's in town. What do you got?
Oh, the fair is in town at Clay County Fair, and I got a family 5-pack of tickets to the Clay County Fair. That's happening from April 3rd through April 13th. Visit claycountyfair.org for more information. But one lucky winner can get a family 5-pack on your boy.
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that. 641-1010. Come kind, courteous, come correct right now. And he'll take you. Did you see Curry hit the floor last night?
Chef Curry?
Yeah.
No, what happened?
Oh, man. Pelvic injury. He landed right on that butt, right on that backbone, man. Just whack. Ooh. So he...
that tailbone.
Yeah, tailbone. That was it. A couple other sports notes. Alex Ovechkin got his 888th all-time goal.
He's like 8 short, right?
I think he's down to 7 away now from the NHL record. I don't know how many games they got left. They should be
close to wrapping up, right?
Yeah, it's going to be close. Let me look real quick. I'll tell you what they got left here. NHL standings. The Rangers have lost 2 in a row. The Knicks lost last night. I'm focused on March Madness. Let's see, 42, 52, 62. It's about 70 games, about 12 games left. He may not get it this year. He may have to wait till next year. It'll be close, but we'll see. But Alex Ovechkin is closing in. 641-1010 is the number to win, by the way. On the text line, deserved a lifetime enclosure. Dan Shane here. Our guy used to do Surf Report. Saw you at the Santa Golf Tournament. Anyway, working on oncology now. Just want to stress the importance of continuing to get screened for colon cancer. Find that segment for March to get screened. We're seeing a lot of younger 20s, early 30s getting diagnosed with colon cancer. So, again, if you have any of those symptoms, any of that bleeding or stuff, go get that stuff checked out. You guys need to volunteer Jeff for the run. He would kill us if we did that. So can't do that. But again, I appreciate Paul coming in and talking about that. So, March Madness continues. Gators go at 6:50 tonight. Action starts at high noon. A lot of good stuff. First day, kind of blah. Nothing great. There are a couple good ones, but nothing like that blew us away that we were kind of hoping for. Nothing that really stood out whatsoever in that respect. So that was, March is about the madness, man. We want the buzzer beaters. We want the upsets. Dan 14-2, Pros 14-2, E 13-3. So right now, if the wheels spin were today, E would be walking through the spiders and the snakes.
But it's not, so he ain't worried about that.
You're not worried?
Oh, because it's not today. All right, we got all of March Madness.
Okay, so you're not worried about the Purdue pick after they barely beat High Point?
Not worried one bit.
Okay, all right. Just asking. You sound a little annoyed.
Hey, just telling.
Okay,
just telling.
Sound a little perturbed with me. I mean, it's just
I'm just standing on business.
Yeah. I don't know what the I don't have the sheets in front of me for the picks today. We'll see how that one plays out as well. So that will be interesting. Hey, we've talked so much about the National Football League and the quarterback needs, and I guess we just continue to sit here and wait on Aaron Rodgers. And then the other question with the young quarterbacks is Shedeur Sanders really sliding? Like, how far is he sliding? Like, we know a lot of people now think the Titans might go quarterback. At least it's in play. A lot of people think Cam Ward will be the first-round pick.
Yes.
Okay? If it's not the Titans, then will the Browns move up? Will the Giants move up? Will one of the teams in need of a quarterback move up? The Titans obviously need a quarterback. So I think that it seems to me like the Titans are more into Cam Ward than they were a month ago. I mean, what have they done? Mason Rudolph left and went back to Pittsburgh. They signed Brian Allen. They have Will Levis. I think they take Cam Ward. They asked the experts, what are you hearing about Shedeur Sanders potentially sliding in round 1? The Jets' number 7 pick is still the floor for Sanders. There are plenty of landing spots prior to that point, Browns and Giants. Desperate for long-term answers under center. Hard to see the Giants passing on Sanders because the GM and the coach need to win in 25 and don't have a QB1. Giants are praying that Cleveland takes Hunter or Carter. We're praying that 2 quarterbacks go before us, which then leaves us with options. And I think we'd be praying that Abdul the Butcher Carter somehow falls to 5, which I can't imagine, or Travis Hunter possibly, but can't imagine. And Mason Graham certainly would be a strong probability for the Jags at number 5. A lot will hinge probably on New England at 4. So I think that's kind of how it'll all pan out eventually. Team and prospect fits that you love in round 1. One guy loves Ted McMillan to Seattle at 18. Wow. One guy loves Gray Zabel to Houston at 25. I could see that. What sleeper team is your favorite to watch for targeting a quarterback? It's always about the quarterbacks. Even in a year where there's not a lot of great quarterbacks, it's always about the quarterbacks. Seattle, Okay. Sam Darnold story, redemption story is a great one. However, look at Kirk Cousins and Atlanta. They took Michael Penix Jr. last year. Quinn Ewers on day 2. Seattle has 4 selections. New Orleans restructured Derek Carr. Also drafted Spencer Rattler last year. Sanders at number 9. Jackson Dart, maybe. The Rams make some sense. Matthew Stafford playing very well, but he's 37. Rams don't have a second-round pick. Maybe Louisville's Tyler Shaw. Similar traits to Stafford. So, mini mock draft of the week. They alternate. Still comes to Jaguars. Still comes to Mason Graham. Because Abdul Carter goes at 4, Travis Hunter goes at 2. I think Abdul Carter would go at 2 and Travis Hunter would go at 4.
Agreed.
I think the best hope for the Jags is Travis Hunter if you were going to say Hunter or Carter. And by all indications, it seems like Hunter and Carter are viewed as the 2 best players in the draft. Don't you think that's true, E?
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Right? So I think the Browns and Carter would give the Jags an outside shot at perhaps snaring Travis Hunter. But I don't think if Carter's there at 4, I can't imagine any way New England would pass on him. They want talent on both sides of the ball. Carter would give them an immediate building block on defense. And I think it's the most slam dunk pick that I've seen that every mock guy has. You ready for this one, E? In the top 10, the most slam dunk. Like Cam Ward's going to go 1, but they're still not quite sure who. They play around with 2. They play around with 3. They play around with 4. Mason Graham ends up to the Jags a lot, but even more than that.
Can I guess who?
Yeah.
Do the Raiders pick in top 10?
Yes.
Is it Ashton Jeanty?
Yes. Over and over again. The one thing I'll say what I like about the Raiders, attitude, and I don't know if this is going to work, but what I like about they hired Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll ain't no rebuild.
Nope.
Pete Carroll's 73 years old, right?
Right. Oldest head coach, right?
Yeah, Pete Carroll wants to win right now.
Of course, he ain't got time to rebuild.
I got no time to rebuild. I'm going to be here for like 3 years, man. I want to win right now. What did they do? They traded for Geno, right?
Somebody he was familiar with.
And somebody who can play the position better than the guys that they had, with all due respect to Chew, who went to Kansas City, and Aiden O'Connell. Geno is better. So I got Geno. I'm going to get Ashton Jeanty, and away we go. So sign some guys in free agency. So that's the guy, though, that I see more than anybody else. Slam dunk. I don't see any others like that. A couple other notes. What did you see and hear this week? Georgia edge rusher Michael Williams had scouts asking questions after his pro day workout. 4.75 in the 40, well below expectations. Did not participate in the combine, meaning that pro day showing is his only data point in pre-draft testing. The common comp to the Jaguars, Trayvon Walker, but Trayvon ran a 4.51 at 272. This guy ran 4.75. That's a big diff, and he weighs less. He's kind of slid a little bit. Walter Nolan, an interesting player, he's the Ole Miss defensive tackle. The range on him varies from top 10 to the second round. He was the top recruit in ESPN 300's 22 class, had a great year with the Rebs, but teams are torn on his lack of refined pass rush moves, making his draft range among the widest in the class. Other notes, wide receiver Tet McMillan, private workout for scouts on Monday, 40 yards, they time 4.52 to 4.56, kind of where they thought he would be. Gutekunst to the Packers was the only GM there. Along with Texas's Matthew Golden, considered a strong contender to be the first receiver off the board, fringe top 10 pick. Jihad Campbell showed up to Alabama's pro day with a sling on his left arm. Surgery for a torn labrum after the combine. Top-ranked linebacker, but interesting. So there's some stuff out there. You know, the notes are, we're getting into the more April, but we're going to start to get into the silly season where all the rumors really start to percolate. And then who's spreading the rumor, and then who's saying this and who's saying that. We shall see. We got the 9 o'clock nasty coming up. E, you ready?
Yo!
All right, we're going to do that when we return right here on The Drill.
Another classic moment in Jags history.
And it's intercepted. Mathis has got it. He's going back the other way at the 40-yard line. Looking for a block. He's got it. Rasheen down the sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown.
1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here, and spring in Clay County means one thing and one thing only: the award-winning Clay County Fair. It's more than just rides and concerts, it's an experience. Savor the flavors of classic fair treats, explore family-friendly attractions, and enjoy the perfect mix of small-town charm and big-time fun. Plan your trip with Explore Clay County Tourism and turn your visit into a getaway. Find the best places to stay, eat, and explore at exploreclay.com. And don't forget to share your fair adventures with hashtag ExploreClay.
One thing that separates Beard's Diamonds from those other jewelry stores at the town center, no one's paid on commission.
Nobody at Beard's is on commission. That's more of your corporate stores that pay commission.
Beard's owner, John Lupo, says that means no pressure, no hidden agenda, no extra markups.
And you're getting a better deal. You're not paying the corporate commission. You're not paying the salesperson's commission. If they're paying their salespeople commission, you're starting off in a hole.
And that's why you feel like a number at most jewelry stores, because it's all about making the sale, but not at Beard's.
Because it's a corporate atmosphere and they want to sell you what they want to sell you. We're here to sell you what you want. Our salespeople can do whatever they want to make sure that the customer is happy.
So relax. At Beard's Diamonds, they have all the things you want, like quality education, selection, warranties, and none of the stuff you don't want, like pressure and tacked on commissions.
Nobody's making an extra 5 or 10% on Beard's customers.
Beard's Diamonds, the town center's only locally owned jeweler.
We sell better merchandise, better product for less money, guaranteed.
Denny Thompson here. You got to check out Tyson's Showroom Home Theater with surround sound and comfy theater chairs. You can transform your living room into a cinematic experience. I can stay there to watch all my games. It's that comfortable. Call Tyson today and bring the theater experience home. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming, Iowa.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm Max Fink on your Gator station. 1010XL is your pipeline to Gator Nation. Listen to the Gator Report all year round.
Freshened up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators. 1010XL.
Go, Gator!
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Plumbing problem? AC not blowing cool? Septic tank backing up? No need to call 3 different companies. Just call Duck Duck Rooter. At Duck Duck Rooter, we do it all. Plumbing, septic, and air conditioning with expert technicians in each department. One company, one call, one easy bill. No hassle, no runaround, just fast professional service from highly skilled techs who know their stuff. Need help? Call 904-862-6769 today and let Duck Duck Rooter handle it all. DuckDuckRooter.com.
At Hurricane Grill and Wings, every day feels like the weekend. Fresh, never frozen chicken wings, tossed in over 30 bold flavors, paired with ice-cold beer, and handcrafted cocktails, all in a laid-back, beachy atmosphere. And with every game on the big screens, it's the ultimate escape, and you're home for sports, too. Great food, cold drinks, and all the games. That's Hurricane Grill and Wings. Escape the ordinary and find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-2013. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-444-2013. 800-444-2013.
This free agency profile is brought to you by Universal Roof and Contracting. Experience the universal difference.
Trevor Lawrence has gained a weapon at the wide receiver position as the Jags acquired De'Ami Brown from the Commanders. Brown had his most productive year last season, where he had 30 catches for 308 yards and a touchdown. The signing provides Lawrence a chance to move the ball even further down the field, and it's very likely that Brown can improve upon his new career highs while in Jacksonville.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, brought to you by the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. The number 13 Florida baseball team posted back-to-back run rule victories this week after dominating JU by 12 runs Tuesday and Florida A&M by 10 Wednesday. The Gators will look to extend their streak tonight as they open a 3-game series against number 4 Georgia for Florida's SEC home opener. Jacksonville native Aiden King is set to start on the mound with first pitch set for 6:30. Round 1 of the NCAA tournament continues today. The 4th-ranked Gators men's basketball team landed the number 1 seed in the Western region after dominating Tennessee in the SEC championship. Florida opens March Madness play tonight against 16th seed Norfolk State. Listen live at 6:30 on 1010 a.m. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. It's 48 degrees at 9 o'clock. Time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Aaron Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah!
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been when it's right, why wait until the middle of the cold dark night, when everything's a little clearer in the light of day, and we know the night is always gonna be here anyway. Take it, Dan!
Thinking of you, working up my appetite, looking forward to a little afternoon delight.
Oh, nothing better. Sweet Friday.
Sweet Friday.
Whoop.
Afternoon delight.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nothing like some afternoon delight.
Good to be here. 9 o'clock nasty.
Especially after you went and seen Dr. Ball, Doc.
You like that one? That's a good story right there.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
The legend of Dr. Ball,
He's
Doc.
a legend, man. Don't ever mess with Dr. Baldock. That man's a legend in this city. Oh, gosh. Cam Robinson went to Houston. And John Shipley has asked the question, could Cam Robinson going to Houston impact the Jags draft? And this is what he means. Jags had long cut ties with Robinson before he joined the Texans. The 2025 free agent class did not have many appealing options at tackle, with the two more guys who you don't even know much about. Patriots wanted a top-tier offensive tackle. Last tackle's gone off the market. So now, as LSU, Will Campbell, Missouri's Armand Membu go to New England. If they do, then what does that leave? Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, or Travis Hunter for the Jaguars. They'd be guaranteed at least one, maybe two. If we get two quarterbacks out and we get an offensive lineman to New England, baby, then you're in the hunt for maybe Abdul the Butcher Carter or Travis Hunter.
Ooh. I like that.
With Mason Graham as, I don't want to say a fallback because I like Mason Graham and I think the Jags do just well with Mason Graham. But something to think about. You're saying there's a chance. And yes, I am. There is a chance. Charlton K. Gainey joins the program. He of the Tennessee Wofford showdown. He explained it well to those knowing. He was all Vols last night despite watching the alma mater, the home of number 54, the former glass cleaner, Charlton K. Gainey. Good morning, Mr. Ted.
Good morning, Daniel and E.T. Yes, it was. I was quite torn yesterday. Had many old teammates and associates reach out. Who you pulling for? I mean, come on, what do you think?
Yeah.
You know, I love the Terriers. I'll always be a Terrier. By the way, we need a little cleanup on aisle 3 from Jeffrey the other day. Let's get the chronology right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make, it's history. Went to Eastern Kentucky as a freshman.
Eastern Kentucky.
Transferred, played a year, junior college.
Manatee.
Got my AA to qualify.
JUCO Bandit right there.
Yes, sir.
Right. And then finished my last 2 years at Wofford.
Where he adorned the cover of the program. The big fella.
82, 83.
Yeah.
But that's ancient history. I like Jeff. I know sometimes Fax and Jeff don't live in the same room.
Oh, no.
So anyway, yes, it was tough on me. I'll always be a Terrier. It was great to see him. Like you said, Dan, you remember back when we beat Seton Hall in Jacksonville, just hanging out downtown with Skinny when Kentucky was playing the game before. We gave Kentucky a good game, but Wofford's not at that level. They're not going to make a deep run at this point. So
that's fair. I mean, I get it.
And I need the Vols to win the national championship in basketball because I'm tired of getting little side remarks from Gator fans. Hey, I got Shelvin.
You got? I love Shelvin.
What kind of job Shelvin has.
Yes.
But, always getting here's your banner for your Final Four, and here's your.
Shelvin's a good Gator. Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
But, he's like that thing that's. You sometimes you put your pants on, you got like a sand spur in the bottom of them, and it keeps like rubbing against your ankle. You can't get it out. That's what Shelvin's like.
Are you? Prosser surprised me by picking Tennessee to the Final Four.
Prosser did that strictly to try to mush them. He does that all the time.
Is that what it is?
I figured out he tries to mush Tennessee with the
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he wants to spin that wheel, my man.
I know he doesn't want to spin that wheel, and
me and E are anti-Vols because of that pick. Is that correct, E?
That is correct.
Yeah, we want Kentucky to beat Tennessee.
Well,
go Wildcats!
Number one.
Shout out Clay County.
Does anybody whine any more than Prosser? I love Jeff. Jeff
doesn't sound like it.
To Jeff, but he whines like a set of cheap Sears road handler tires.
Talking about spinning the wheel? You don't want to spin the wheel anymore?
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. It's a wheel spin.
Man up? You're saying man up?
Man up. You didn't run the mile in 10 minutes. I haven't seen any pictures of you in the Gate River run, but you said you did it. I'll take your word for it.
You think it's a conspiracy? Is there a possible Prosser didn't run the River Run conspiracy? Is that possible?
Oh, no, I don't think that's possible.
Is that possible where he actually just said he did it?
The P-Pants Challenge, you went to the one place where nobody was.
That was poor. He milked the system there.
and spend about 30 seconds inside. Come on.
Yeah.
So anyway, but again, I love Jeff. I hope he shoots under par today. I know it's going to be a tough day today on Friday. You got to go play in a member guest someplace and
Jacksonville's favorite guest.
Drink free liquor.
Jacksonville's favorite guest.
And by the way, I got the job for E.
Yes.
Speaking of golf tournaments. When I get to the Guggen, I want E to be my con. I need him to get the boom box. And he's going to play me in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got that.
Out to the first tee. It's too short. Blow the whistle.
Oh, what's my favorite word?
Oh, I like that.
Yes!
See you later. See you, Charlton.
Go Vols!
All right. Now, this can't be true.
What's that?
Well, we got on this Dr. Baldock. We're in the 9 o'clock nasty, and this is on the text line.
Let her rip.
I'd like you to read the top line, please, E. In Dallas, there's a urologist whose name is Richard Head. And he has billboards and signs all over the Dallas market that said, having issues, call the Dr. Richard Head. Is that possible?
Yeah. I think it is, though.
That can't be possible.
I think it is.
Stand by.
It's believable.
Listen, Dr. Baldock's unbelievable. There he is, Richard Head. LinkedIn. I mean, what do we do?
Lo and behold.
Meet our team of urology, Baylor Medicine, Baylor College. There's old Richard. What in the hell? We just got, this is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, this is crazy.
Hold on. Urology clinics of North Texas. Let me see this guy, if I can find him. I got to see a picture of this man. Now, he's not on this one. Hold on. There's Richard Head, Dallas. The only one I have is a LinkedIn. I don't know if that's made up or not. Dallas, Fort Worth. I don't know, E. I'm sure there'd be a billboard picture of one if there was, right?
Yeah, there would have to be a picture. Yeah, there would have to be.
Yeah, I don't think I believe this. I think this is made up.
Well,
I need to see proof. That's what I'm going to say. I'm sorry.
Another one off the text line. True story. You can look it up. I've got a colonoscopy coming up at Bull and Grover, and the doctor's name is Dr. Butt.
Well, I don't know if there's Dr. Butt there or not. I go to Borland Groover, and my doctor's not Dr. Butt. Shout out to my doctor. He's a great guy. And you guys are unbelievable, man. I can't deal with this. I got to take a break. I'm out. This is The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is
1010XL.
We Are
Sports Radio. Jacksonville.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
Need a fast casual option that's healthy, fresh, and delicious? Choose the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. Gyros, salads, hummus, and more made completely fresh right as you order. Off 210 and St. John's Parkway. The Great Greek Mediterranean Grill.
Hicken here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway for all your outdoor living needs. Let them show you how a durable paver driveway can enhance your home. Visit stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Hello, I'm attorney Malcolm Anthony. Being charged with domestic violence can turn your life upside down. If you're in trouble, call me, Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
All right, gentlemen, we've trained for this. We've battled the elements. But if there's one thing we can't afford, it's letting the heat take us out before the big game.
But, Coach, the AC at my house is busted. I barely got any sleep last night.
Well, Johnson, you should have called Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. They're the real MVPs. Now let's cue the cool music.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. The coolest cats in town.
Dan and Jeff take you down the fairway with the PGA Tour professionals.
Keep an eye on this one.
Crunch with the Tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation. 8:30 Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors to get the job done right, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit Coastal Equipment for a demo today.
Greater power for the great outdoors. Coastal Equipment.
Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in the clinic.
If someone you love needs a pick-me-up, then it's time to get serious about it. And send them a Kuhn floral arrangement. ET here with 1010XL. You'll be assured of a quality delivery, that's for sure. Log on and order online at kuhnflowers.com.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the 2024 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards, and it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the new Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Get ready for an unforgettable night of classic rock with legendary vocalist Jeff Tate. Known for his iconic work with Queensryche, Jeff Tate brings his unforgettable sound to the Florida Theater for one night only.
A round-trip journey in your head.
Witness the hit album Operation Mindcrime, performed in its entirety for the final time. Jeff Tate, Operation Mindcrime, April 3rd at Florida Theater. Tickets at floridatheater.com.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah! What a day! Uncle Leo!
You've got a cute way of talking.
Yeah!
Just playing the hits, that's all.
The hits, man.
Just snap your fingers when I'm walking. Like a dog hanging on your lead.
Walk that walk, Uncle Leo.
I'm in a spin, you know.
In a spin.
On a string, you know.
Oh.
You make me feel like dancing.
Move the feet.
Dancing that way.
You make me feel like dancing.
Come with the shoulders.
You make me feel like dancing.
Rock them hips.
I feel like dancing.
Ooh. Ah.
Big finish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. If you want more people to get a colonoscopy, tell them how rested you will feel after the procedure. That 30-minute nap's amazing. And we know that. And yes, we have confirmed Dr. Butt at Borland Groover. They all giggle when they hear his name.
Grow up.
Guys, we're the worst. We have confirmed that Bronny has passed Ben Simmons for most three-pointers in a career.
Yes, we have.
Congratulations. 6-5.
Baby goat.
How in the heck does Ben Simmons... I mean, how can you draft this guy?
Man,
Number 1 overall.
Yeah, I don't get it.
What was the... Did anybody not watch? I mean, it's amazing. Go back to Ben Simmons for just a second. Right? What was the idea on Ben Simmons?
I remember him coming out of LSU.
He only did 1 year.
1 year,
Yeah.
one and done. He was getting comparisons to LeBron because of his size.
Oh, my gosh, what a miss. What a miss, dude.
Yeah, it was a huge miss.
Brandon Ingram, 2. Jaylen Brown, 3. Shoot, Buddy Hield, 6. Jamal Murray, 7. Sabonis, 11.
All of those in the same draft?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Malik Beasley, Karis LeVert. Siakam, 27th. DeJounte Murray, 29th. I mean, good gracious, man. What were you people thinking? Philadelphia, the process. They go with Ben Simmons, man. His career three-point percentage is 13, by the way. So he doesn't take them either because he only made 5 of them. So I guess he's 5 of like 30 or whatever. Free throw percentage, 59%. And still scored 13 points a game in his career.
He took 11 and 17-18 season, missed all 11.
Yeah.
He took 6 in the following season, missed all 6.
Wow.
Went 2 for 7 his third season and went 3 for 10 his fourth season.
I can't even tell you, like, you're much more obviously educated on the NBA, much more follower. Who's he play for now? Does he play?
I think he's on a roster, but he's not playing.
Clippers. Is he on the Clippers?
Yeah, I mean, he's on the team.
8 games played.
He's collecting a check.
How much has Ben Simmons made to make 5 3-pointers?
Oh, man.
I guess career earnings?
Career earnings for
get
Ben
down to
Simmons.
here. Hold on. Oh, my God.
I know this is probably going to be low, but I'll say about $120 million.
163.
See, there you go.
And he's on the hook. This year's his last year. He's on the hook for the Nets are paying him $40 million this year. This guy's going to make over $200 million to make 5 3-pointers.
Point guard. Came
in with the Sixers. 5.9, 6.1, 6.4, 8.1. Then they gave him $30 million. They gave him a new deal. 33, 35, 37, 39. He was waived February 8th by the Nets. He signed a 5-year, $177 million extension in 2019.
Good for him.
You'd seen him play 3 years, and 28 years old. 6'10", I guess that's why.
Yeah, 6'10".
6'10" point guard, right?
He was 6'10" point guard.
Yeah.
And I want to say his first 2 or 3 years, he was first team all defense.
Yeah, that's just called let's give him something. It's just a disaster. Made 3 All-Star games, E.
Yeah.
3 All-Star
I don't know, not by scoring.
Not by shooting. When did it really come to light? Was it in like the playoff series where he was
Philly
missing
game.
those?
It was that Philly game where he didn't
Was it
want to
Atlanta? That's right. Who were they playing? Do you remember?
I'm not sure who
Was
they
it
were
Atlanta
playing.
maybe?
And he was underneath the basket.
Yeah, he didn't want to shoot.
He didn't want to shoot because he knew he couldn't shoot. He's the epitome of fake it till you make it.
So his first year he was injured. Then he came and he was the Rookie of the Year. He was the Rookie of the Year.
Wow.
Despite, oh my God.
So it can be a big miss if he was the Rookie of the Year.
Well, I don't know.
How do you give him Rookie of the Year?
Well, maybe there were no rookie. Well,
I mean, his rookie class was loaded.
He was 0 for 11 from behind the arc. He shot 56% at the free throw line.
Trash.
He did get rebounds.
I mean, he's 6'10". He better.
He did get assists and steals and blocks. And he won the Rookie of the Year. 12 triple-doubles that year. From 12 to 10 to 6 to 4 to 1 to none. Yeah, he's 5 for 36 all-time in three-pointers.
Shout out Bronny.
He didn't make his first three-pointer until his third year. He missed the first year with an injury, and he missed 21-22 with a holdout back injury. Guy held out. He's a great documentary.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? He's a great documentary. He would be because they missed on him too now. I mean, you can say all you want, but they damn sure missed on him now. He's an okay. I mean, he has some positives, right? For sure. He has some positives, but he's not all that. That's for sure. He's not all that. So, anyway. Gators go at 6:50 tonight. They play Norfolk State. They're 28.5-point favorites. They are a fun pick by just about so many people to go to at least the Final Four, maybe more. So we'll see how that plays out. But this weekend, the whole idea is get to the Sweet 16. And they probably will play UConn if how the SEC has performed, the lower half of the SEC has performed is any indication. The best guess is that they will fall a great deal. So, one other thing, how would you feel if the Jaguars drafted Armand Membo as their first pick with the number 5 overall?
I ain't going for it.
Yeah, I'm not either. I wouldn't be happy. So even though they added, and this is from John Shipley, by the way, Makari, Hainsey, and Adoga, and now the former Gator as well. Jacksonville, according to Athletic, would put another young pillar in front of franchise quarterback. I'd rather draft Tet McMillan than Armand Membo, personally.
I agree.
I would rather draft Tet McMillan. And get an offensive lineman in the second or third or fourth rounds. All those picks you have. Again, we have 5 of the top 120, right? I mean, 5 of the top 120. There's a lot of spots we can fill. We can get a receiver. We can get defensive line, backup edge. A good one. Not, 7th round pick. We can get an offensive lineman. We can get inside defensive line, and we get a corner. Like I said, the one thing I'll say about the Jags, they have built themselves a good chessboard to go play draft with because they got lots of movable parts. They can do lots of different things. So, all right, let's do this. We'll grab a break. We'll make the turn for home next right here on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. This is Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Steve Wonder of the world.
1010XL. 10XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
To...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
Hey y'all, I'm Hannah with the Deck Guys. We've been locally owned and operated for over 10 years in the outdoor living space. If you are looking to get spring projects started, like a new deck, pavers installed, or maybe a pergola, we would love to earn your business. Just remember,
call the Deck Guys if you want a brand new deck, pavers, or more. Call 904-813-2474.
TheDeckGuysJacks.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On March 21st, 1959, at the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship, California defeats West Virginia. West Virginia's future Hall of Fame point guard Jerry West is named the tournament's most outstanding player.
The Jacksonville Icemen have punched their ticket to the Kelly Cup playoffs in April. But first, the Icemen have some regular season business to take care of as they host the South Carolina Stingrays this Saturday for a possible playoff preview. Saturday is Hockey for Everyone night at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Puck drops at 7. Get tickets at Ticketmaster, JacksIceman.com, or call 904-602-PUCK. 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #Frozen Frenzy.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, buddy, you look worried.
Worried? I'm apoplectic!
You're apo what now?
I'm freaking out, Jason. Stupid water heater crapped out, so I haven't showered since Thursday. I start smelling a little funky, blow my big corporate job interview tomorrow. I'll end up settling for some dead-end career selling spatulas on the internet.
Dude, stay cool.
There's nothing cool about a cold shower, Jason. I mean, I know how that sounds, but...
Bueller Air and Plumbing can get a new water heater installed today. The day you call. You could be smelling fresh again by dinner time.
Wait, you can do that?
Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Is that cooler?
Oh, yeah.
Well, life moves pretty fast. If you spend much more time smelling like this, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jacks cool since '87.
I'm already cooled from yesterday's NCAA tournament. Didn't do a ton for me. I'm cool with it, but I'm cooling down from it.
What's the point spread on the Gators game?
28.5.
Ooh. So you're going to be disappointed if they win by 10, 12, 15?
I would be concerned.
Okay.
Good morning. I don't know what's more surprising between Simmons being Rookie of the Year, being in 3 All-Star games, or that he's making $40 million this year. If you could go back in time, who would you draft number 1? Jamal Murray would be my pick, and the ironic thing is that Simmons probably could use that heating pad Murray threw on the court last year. That's true. You guys are desperate to be the Bengals or the Dolphins. Ted McMillan isn't a fifth pick in the draft just to reach for a need. Okay, well if he's Mike Evans, he's fifth pick in the draft.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
We talked about Drake London yesterday. Is Drake London worth a fifth overall pick? I would say yes with 100 catches, 1,300 yards, and 9 touchdowns. So I'm not desperate to be the Bengals or the Dolphins. I'm desperate to win a Super Bowl. They gave Blake Griffin the Rookie of the Year when he wasn't a rookie. The award means nothing. Okay. Triple doubles got to be steals, blocks, and rebounds. Yeah, I would think that is right.
No.
Ben Simmons' downfall
steals, blocks, and rebounds?
Well, it can be anything. Triple doubles.
Yeah, it can be, but he wasn't getting 10 blocks.
Oh. It was assists.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't getting no 10.
Well, you can get 10 points.
Yeah, he was getting 10 points,
10
layups, stuff like that.
10
and
assists
rebounds.
and 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons' downfall happened because he dated Kendall Jenner. He did catch the curse.
Oh, he did. He
was Rookie of the Year over Donovan Mitchell. Oh, I don't know about that. Dan, what are the 3 most likely potential upsets you see in today's games? Let's take a look. Let's see what I picked. I should have brought my sheet in.
We got an email. Hold on. Let me email it to you.
I'll give you the 3. I'll jump right in here. I'm not afraid. But yes, back to your original point, the Gators need to win big. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. I'm probably wrong about that, but that's how, I don't know. I just feel like they need to. I don't think you can, like a 9-8's not an upset. Colorado State could beat Memphis. How about that? There's one. I like St. Mary's over Vandy, even though that's a 7-10. I got North Carolina beating Ole Miss, which is risky, but I got them. That's a big game for me. I got North Carolina over Ole Miss. New Mexico over Marquette. New Mexico is a great player. That's another possible upset. So there's 3. There's 3 that I like. What do you think? Yeah, those are the ones I like. I would say if I was going to pick them, I know I have North Carolina beating Ole Miss. So
me too.
That's a big one. But yeah, the teams that you want to see impress today, you want to see what Alabama does. Alabama's probably like Robert Morris be outclassed against Alabama. You want a big upset? I don't know. Can Lipscomb beat Iowa State?
Oh no.
Iowa State's down some guys. I know that they got injured. One of their best players I know is out. I don't know how many guys are out, but that would be one. That would be a major upset though. But I got a feeling we'll get one today because we really didn't get much yesterday. I don't know about Xavier, Illinois. See how Michigan State does against Bryant. See how Florida does against Norfolk State. Duke against Mount St. Mary's. Those are the ones that you want, it's just like you want to make a statement in the first game. That's all you want to do. Like you want to go out and take away. Now, if I was Duke, I'd probably sit my guy Cooper Flagg, give him a couple more days to recover from that sprained ankle. But I don't know. Oh, you got me the sheet. Thank you, E. You know what's the problem with those, though, E? This happens every year.
What's that?
This is the lack of my technology. They come in upside down and
the
sideways.
Orientation, yeah.
They flip and they drive me nuts. You know what I feel like doing, though, E?
What you feel like doing?
I'm going to do this blind, but let's do some New York City headlines.
Okay.
Brought to you by our friend, Dr. Rick Townsend, Concierge Medicine, mypvconcierge.com. These are actual New York City headlines from New York periodicals. Give them hell. Half-sister of Connecticut House of Horrors victim wants those responsible to pay. Quote, I want to see them all fried. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Female prison guard suspended for inappropriate relationship with inmate at scandal-plagued jail.
Oh, Yeah. You're seeing that more and more now.
Yeah, you got to stay away from the cons. Can't lead to good things. Rock band splits up as guitarist allegedly stole money for OnlyFans purchases, posted bandmates' nudes online. Heinous acts. The rock band split up. He's a trooper. Astronaut Butch Wilmore's daughter reveals how he's adjusting to gravity days after returning to Earth.
Just make sure they have that check ready.
Somebody's got to pay. College hoops cheerleaders turn heads with socks dedicated to team's manager and viral March Madness moment. I'm telling you, the manager's a star so far.
Managers are winning.
Heathrow chaos. Huge fire shuts down one of the busiest airports in the world, disrupting more than 1,000 flights across the globe, with delays expected to get worse. Oh, boy.
That sounds miserable.
That's in London. If you're flying around through London, No looking back. Ellen DeGeneres sells final U.S. property. She cuts ties with Hollywood after UK move. She gone.
Oh, Ellen, she took a drastic fall.
Yeah. We found out she was a mean girl.
Yeah, found out she wasn't so nice.
She was a mean girl, and rapper Yella Beezy.
Yeah.
Charged with capital murder.
Ooh.
For allegedly hiring hitman who gunned fellow rapper.
Oh, no.
Who'd he kill?
I don't know. I don't
You know Yella Beezy?
I know Yellow Beezy. I know of him.
Does he have a face tat?
I believe so. I believe so.
Story over.
No, it's not true.
Sure it isn't. Wink, wink. Warm and fuzzy. Pete Davidson's new girlfriend makes relationship Instagram official with cozy bathrobe video.
Ooh.
Dear. No, I'm not reading that one.
Nope.
Can't do that one. Kelly Clarkson says she's lost as she returns to talk show for 1,000th episode after mystery absence. Selena's new look. Selena Gomez lusts after Benny Blanco and disses Justin Bieber on sappy album I Said I Love You First.
Oh, Selena.
Jeopardy fans slam contestants for missing obvious triple stumper clue about Cheers. Southwest flight almost takes off from taxiway rather than runway at Florida Airport. They don't take off from the taxiway. That's not good. Actual headlines. Kill shot. Troubled son admitted shooting retired father multiple times before blow to finish him off.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy. It's an angry dad.
Crime of passion.
Angry kid. Actual headlines from New York City periodicals. We just, this little bonus one for you right here. Love Boat, Gisele Bündchen and Joaquin Valente share passionate kiss on their brand new $1.2 million yacht in Miami. Who do you think paid for that one? Bündchen or the jiu-jitsu trainer?
Oh, Gisele definitely cut the check, bro.
Think the jiu-jitsu trainer went ahead and bought Gisele a yacht for $1.2 million?
Yeah, right.
Oh, Gisele, what have you done?
Dumb.
Traded in Tom. Tom just wouldn't give up football. Just wouldn't give up football. That's what happened.
Man.
Couldn't do it. Moved him to Tampa. Kept telling her every year, I'm going to retire.
He retired, then unretired?
Unretired, come back. Finally, she said, enough. I can't take it anymore. So that's what we have. Now she's with the jiu-jitsu trainer, and Tom's running the field. Who are the big losers in this? The children. Just the children.
Tom will be all right.
Tom's fine. Gisele's fine. Gisele had another child.
Sheesh.
Quickly.
Yeah, man. Oof.
I mean, so anyway. All right, we got March Madness cooking a big day today. 16 more games. We get down to a field of 32, and then you want to make the Sweet 16. That's kind of the whole game plan for especially the top seeds. They expect this is the expected wins. You know, again, you get to roll over a 16. That's the bonus of being the number one seed. You get a 16. Only once in history has it happened. The unspeakable. Do you know which team it was that lost? I do. I just want to see. Do you know? Do you remember which number one seed lost? It's only happened one time.
No, I don't.
It happened a few years ago. And by the way, the next year, they won the national championship.
Okay, was it I'm feeling like it was like a Memphis.
That's a good guess, but it's not correct.
Calipari guy, no. Yeah, I don't know.
Actually, it says overall 1 seeds have 154-2 record against 16 seeds, so maybe I'm missing one of them. But Virginia's the one I remember.
Okay.
But I guess they said another one. I'll have to think about or look it up, quite frankly, because right now, off the top of my head, I don't know. Was it Purdue? Yeah, it was Purdue. Thank you. Yeah. Mike Dempsey out of nowhere with a Purdue shot.
Out of nowhere.
Well, it was out of nowhere, and that you just walked in, and out of nowhere, there you are. Play him in.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Service
doesn't bode well for
heating and cooling,
by the way.
Locally owned and operated near your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
Yeah. See, I thought when you said out of nowhere, it was like, wow, he actually knew something about a sport.
Yeah. Well, people do look at you as like the Jaguar expert because you do Jaguars today, but you're a big sports fan.
There's no expert. You're an expert.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff, we are all of our opinions.
In our own little way.
Right. So how'd you do yesterday?
14-2.
Good.
How about you?
13-3.
Okay. He's 13-3, but Purdue going out as a 1 seed doesn't bode well for you there, E.
Bro, how many times you going to say that? And how many times I'm going to say I'm fine, bro?
He says he's fine.
What happened?
Well, he has Purdue to the Final Four. That's his big move. He does.
Right.
No, I'm just saying that Purdue team that lost could be a bad omen for him.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Yeah. They were okay yesterday. I mean, it was the kind of day you had to have a good day.
Right.
In your bracket. You know, it wasn't.
I don't think, was there any madness?
No.
Yeah, right? It wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
We had some upsets, but there weren't. No, McNeese State, but they were blowing them out.
Yeah. It was 40-18.
Interesting at the end.
They did.
You know, Arkansas couldn't get the damn ball in bounds. Did you watch the end of that game?
I did not. I saw, actually, Kansas was winning. I walked out. I came back, and Arkansas had a 5-point lead with like 6 seconmes left, so I guess it was over.
Well, they had it out of bounds with like 11 seconds left on the baseline after a made basket. I want to say they're up 3 at the time. It might have been 2 or 3. And the guy can run the baseline.
Yeah.
And he just stands there, and he's looking, timeout.
Yeah.
Okay. So they run it again.
Let me tell you what
guy.
You can do.
Got the baseline. You see the ref because you got the baseline. Stands there. Doesn't move. Timeout. They're out of timeouts.
Oh, my God.
They switched the inbounder, and then they ran a play where they ran another guy out of bounds, threw it to him while he was still out of bounds, and inbounded it from the other corner.
Now, were you one of the guys who chose not to take Florida, especially in a pool like this one where everybody's picking? Yeah, it's smart. I mean,
I'm a St. John's fan, too, so I homered up and put him in the Final Four.
Well, he's might be the greatest coach of all time, that guy.
Maybe. I don't know. Probably not the greatest of all time. I think, although Wooden had a pretty stacked deck to play with.
It would have been interesting to see how he would have done in that time and age, but, I mean, 6 different teams and just – it's a heck of a coach. Heck of a coach.
St. John's played their game, though, which is ugly start.
Yeah.
Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Because they're a terrible shooting team. Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then they ended up hitting 14 threes after that, which they don't do usually. So
well, he was complaining a little bit after the game, Patino. He said we didn't play well. So
they didn't.
They won by 30.
Well, they won, but they are a second half team. But they're 2 versus a 15. You should win that game.
Well, that's true. What are you guys cooking with today?
Well, we got Tom McManus in.
Tommy Mac.
We'd love to look at his bracket, but Tommy doesn't fill out a bracket.
Tommy doesn't do the bracket.
He doesn't do brackets, but we'll talk a lot of Jaguar football. Obviously, today, our question of the day is basically what are your expectations for Travis Etienne this year? Is he going to have a career year, a little bit better? Will he lose his starting job? Will he not even be on the football team? A lot of people yesterday, we did a thing, which of these presumptive starters is the least likely or the most likely to start, how the guy who will start the fewest games out of this group. And he and Devin Lloyd easily led the way, and a lot of people replied they thought Etienne would not be back. Now, I don't think that's the case.
Why do you think that, he's still under his rookie deal, right?
He's on a 5th-year option this year.
Okay, so why would you think you would, what would be the benefit in trading him?
If you can get something for a draft pick for him.
What do you think you could get for Travis Etienne? 4th?
If I think they'd do it if they could get it for. I don't think you get it for. In a year
where they say there are 30 draftable running backs.
Well, that's true.
Right? Why would you give up a fourth rounder for a guy that you're going to have to pay more than all these rookies, and he's going to be under contract for 1 year for you, and he's averaged under 4 yards a carry the last 2 years. Offensive line factors in. I understand all that.
Right.
Anyway.
It's a big year for him.
Big time. Yeah.
Big.
Somebody predicted yesterday his brother's going to take his roster spot. Trevor, come on down. I mean, you want to talk about being
Could
a
you
business.
imagine that?
Oh, my gosh, right? He gets drafted. They're celebrating. Next day, Travis, I need you to come.
At first, the
into
family's
office.
all hugging each other. There's a joy. And then the realization comes
in.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Hey, what just happened here?
Hey, this is Liam. Give me a ring.
Oof. Well, have a good show. Have a good weekend.
thanks, Nick.
That's Mike Dempsey.
Same
Mike
to
and
you.
Tony getting ready to rock and roll here on a Friday. We did it.
We did it.
Time to swerve.
Hooray.
Catch the draft and accelerate to the checkered flag. This Sunday at Miami. NASCAR is tuned up by Maxie's Mechanics on 1010XL.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Garber Auto Mall is home of a lifetime warranty. Every new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevy, Buick, GMC, and Ford comes with a lifetime warranty. At Garber Auto Mall, your purchase is covered for life. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there's always a little room for wiggle.
Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
At Performance Painting, we've spent decades protecting commercial properties with durable, long-lasting coatings. And we can bring the same expertise when painting the exterior of your home. With industry-leading materials and a proven process, we extend the life of your home, reducing maintenance costs and preserving its value. Now, for a limited time, save $500 when you hire us to paint your home's exterior. Just mention 1010XL. Go to performancepainting.com to schedule a friendly estimate. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance painting.
It's tune-up time, and Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, wants to partner with you for a cool summer season. Tune up your AC unit right now so it's running at peak performance when you need it most. Just call 777-4300 and order a tune-up for just $59. Keep your unit humming at optimal level. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and take advantage of their savings. Keep cool with Florida Home AC. That's 777-4300.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. Hunters Know Patience is part of the game.
Just got to keep hunting.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnit Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood. What is a gemologist?
Frank, that's a good question because gemologist is a generic title that can be used by anyone, whether they have any gemological training or not. There's also a graduate gemologist, which is somebody that's taken the gemology courses of the Gemological Institute of America and received a diploma. Then there's a certified gemologist of the American Gem Society. They've received the graduate gemologist diploma, have worked in the jewelry business for a minimum of 3 years, and are tested by examination once a year to re-win the certified gemologist title. There's one other aspect that certified gemologists have that others might or might not have, and that's the accredited gemological equipment to be able to make the right grading calls on diamonds and other gemstones. At Underwoods, we have an American Gem Society accredited gem laboratory that our certified gemologists work in, assuring you the quality and value you deserve.
That's Underwoods, Florida's longest-standing member of the American Gem Society in San Marco, Avondale, the Shops of Ponte Vedra, Underwood Jewelers.
What could you do with an extra $75,000 right now, or even a couple $100,000? If you own a home, you can get that money in less than a week with Loan Pronto. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto is the leader in quickly converting your home equity into cold hard cash, so you can pay off all your credit cards or start that home remodel. Loan Pronto has several easy options to let you access the cash from your home. There's virtually no paperwork, no cumbersome process, no junk fees, often no appraisals. Listen, the average homeowner now has over $300,000 in equity. That's your money. Use it.